Ahoy gamers, welcome to a new stream series as we're playing Lord of the Rings Online on the maximum difficulty. It's a hardcore Beorning on the brand new server of Mordor with the Veil of the Nine kind of feature for the server. As you can see here, we are obviously level 2 Beorning. We've just finished the starting area. The reason why we're level 2 and not level 1 is we've done the initial tutorial and I needed to go test out our audio levels. So I went and killed some mobs over there just to test out audio levels. As I've not streamed this game before, I just had to double check audio levels. As I'm streaming and making videos are very slightly different with their setup for OBS. So we haven't amended our difficulty level just yet. So we're going to quickly go do that now, as we've now just started. See, this is what our character looks like. I've got some cosmetics. I want to wear this one for the time being. We have got a load of items that we do get as default, just because of how old my character is, how old my account is, and whatnot. So there's loads of items here which we probably won't use. By probably won't use, we won't be using any of them. Unless we have to. So we start here in Mosswood, rather than starting in the normal starting area for humans once you finish, which is over here in Breeland. You start in just outside Chetwood. No, Archet, start just here. If you start doing normal starting area. But however, we're not doing that today, of course. So we want to go talk to the hardened traveller just here. And here he tells us about tokens of heroism. But this is what we want. Difficulty 9, heroic 2. So it's essentially difficulty 11. So click on that. And here we go. So click on it again, accept. So here we now have this world buff of difficulty 9, heroic plus 2. Which is difficulty 11, essentially. Which is now what we're going to be playing on. We're going to be doing the whole thing hardcore. Don't mind playing with other players. Don't mind trading with other players. We're just going to do the whole game as a hardcore. Or as much of the game as we can. The neat thing about the new servers is obviously all fresh. And it only has Eriador. So you go from obviously far west in Ered Luin. And all the way to the northeast into Angmar. There's no PvMPs that enter Moors. It's going to be pretty empty. Misty Mountains is still viable, but you won't have... I think you can still do a Region, but you won't go into Moria. You won't go down south into Isengard. So you'll just do essentially far south as Swanfleet, far east as potentially a Region, far north as Angmar. So you just have Eriador rather than having Rohan, Rayuvanian, Gondor and Mordor. So it's pretty cool. Pretty neat little area we can play with. And I think the max level is maybe 50. If I'm not mistaken. You normally go to Mordor, Moria at level 50. You can grab all these quests. It's going to be a bit slow to start us off with. I think we can go in here and pick up our first mount. Or I say our first mount, our actual mount. This blacksmith here should give it to us. There we are. And we'll grab that. Thank you very much, Mr. Blacksmith. Let's equip that. You might notice my game's looks slightly different to the base game. I've got some shaders equipped. If you want to know what the shaders are, they are actually in the description, right at the bottom of my, well, believe it or not, in the description of this video. And that will have all of the shader, or had the shader pack. There should be a link to the guy's video of how to install them. He's made his own shader pack. It's pretty cool. It just adds a little bit more to the game. Because the game is pretty old, but it's still pretty good. I quite enjoy this. I always come back to this. No matter what happens, I always end up coming back to Lord of the Rings Online. So, okay. Just grabbing all these quests here. Now we're on max difficulty, grabbing all the quests. The one thing we do want to do is, one, this song is very loud. So if you can still hear me, that's great. If you can't, sorry about that. Some of the songs in this game are a little bit too much. I have got OBS next to me, so it should tell me when it gets a little bit too loud. But sometimes it doesn't. We just need to help the people out in this town here, though they don't know, for this first quest. So if I press, so what am I before the shadow here? There's some normal quests up here. So there's a load of stuff that's, I would say, been added, relatively new stuff in this game. This is the new intro area of Mosswood. This is probably the easiest way to level and the quickest way to level. So you can do Mosswood itself, then you head west into Mosswood's down here, where I am here. This whole area is called Swanfleet. And you go, at the end of it, you go to the west into Farbad, which is an area called Cardolan, which is south of Bree, southeast of the Shire. Quite a cool little area. Okay, I've gone for his corpse. He's dropped this letter. Read the letter. Awesome, there we go. Alright, what have we got for us? Investigate to the northwest. I have to go see some children that are yelling there. That's fine, nice and easy. I'll make sure I just grab all of these quests. Because for the initial start, this is going to be quite tough on the hardest difficulty. So we don't have our heal yet. And our heal is going to be a big part of this build going forward. Because the Beorning is a really strong character. We have got a playthrough of us doing a hardcore Beorning, which we got to Moria. That character hasn't died. He still exists. We just don't play him anymore. I will go back to playing him in the future, but at the moment I haven't got around to playing him. But the Beorning is quite a strong character. We just need to get him rolling. So I haven't chosen my specialisation here yet, because we get the specialisations at level 2. We'll get to choose our specialisations in a minute. We'll do these quests first, because hopefully we should level up a second time. So we should be level 3 by the end of this. This is I don't want to turn down the in-game music, but it's very loud and OBS is having a bit of a bad day. I don't really... I'm going to have to turn down the music even more. You can see how low it is. There you go. So you should just be able to hear that in the background rather than blowing your eardrums up. Okay. Let's talk to this person. Awesome. So it's almost given us enough experience to level up. Hopefully we do this quest here with Tegan. Or Tigwen. This should level us up. We have to go now out of town. We look at our inventory. So we've got icons, iron coins of Cardland. This is just some items for this region. Right, what have we got for us? Okay, we did level up that time, which is good. And we've got a new quest here. Okay, I don't like doing the seasonal quests. I never do them, so I always get rid of them when I see them. Right. So we've got that quest for us. Specializations needed. So we are going to go down the red line. However, there's a few things we need down the blue line first. But we are going to start the red line. But the first things we want down the blue line, because one thing we really need is recuperate. We want that skill. That is just hands down the best skill for our for what we're doing. So annoyingly, these are going to cost a little bit more. So we're just going to go put... These cost 2 points. So for those that haven't played this before, don't know how this works. Once you spec into any of these trees, so I spec into red tree here. However, because I spec into red tree, I get some passive skills. Automatically get some skills, which is this one here, which is expose. Then you get this one here, which is bash. As I've spec'd into this, if I put any points into any of the other trees, either the hide or the raw, it costs me 2 skill points rather than 1. So, but we want recuperate. Regardless of what happens, we want recuperate straight away. Because that's how we're going to survive. So we ideally, so it's going to cost us, well, how many more skill points? We need 4, we need 5 more skills. We need to put 1 point into this. So that's 10 more levels before we can even touch it. Which is a bit of a shame. But we will need it. And you'll see why later on. We have got our first mount already. So we can go over here, go to skills, go to mounts. And we may as well use one of our fast mounts. I think 68 is the fastest we've got. Steed of the Eldar. Yeah, there we go. Steed of the Eldar just there. Later on we won't be using mounts. We'll just be using our own special thing. And for this character, as it's going to just be a hardcore, I'm not too worried about being like solo self-found, kind of getting all the items myself. I will try and get everything myself. But as it's a fresh server, there's not going to be much in the trading post anyway. So the reason why we're running to the north as well, we are trying to avoid all these mobs if we can, like that one, which we did. And we're going to make our way to this first town here. One, we want the traveling vendor, the merchant. Stable master, that's what it's called. I haven't played this for a very long time, so I'm trying to remember what it all is. So we need to go speak to the stable master to get the fast travel point. Then we're going to travel back to Mosswood. And we'll see what happens there. Okay, so it's quite a nice clear road. And why we're going there so we can get our first and our only bits of crafting we need. So we can get our crafting. This is our crafting profession window here. Crafting is going to be how we're going to stay alive. So you can choose 3 crafting professions. So we're going to choose mining, so we can mine rocks. Because we're Beorning, we can wear heavy armor. So we want to be blacksmith and weaponsmith. So we want to make weapons, make armor. Then in theory, we should be able to keep ourselves alive and keep ourselves going. Ideally, we want to try and avoid all the mobs we can. Just for the time being. We will obviously fight everything we can later on. But as it's, difficulty 10, they are quite strong. I'll go through the mechanics of the difficulty shortly. So what's so special about these new legendary servers? Well, this one, Mordor in particular, is actually a European-based server. It's the first European-based server that we have. The rest of them have been migrated over to America. So it's the first one that's in Europe. So in theory, and I really mean in theory, we should get less lag. But you can see here while we're riding, we are getting lag. Okay, we failed one of the quests. Fine, we'll just go back and do it anyway. We want crafting first. There is a set way of how I do these first hardcores, especially on the hardest difficulty. I always get crafting first. Yes, signed. Playing Lord of the Rings Online. I've always played this. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I've played this for so many hours, and I always come back to it. But they've got new servers. I was just explaining they've got new servers on this, and this server's in Europe. So for the first time, for a very long time, we've got a European server. So it should reduce the amount of lag we're getting. However, you can probably see we are getting a bit of stuttering. Yeah, it's been a while, signed. Hope you're doing okay. There you go, a bit of lag there as well. It's not my laptop. It's not. It's just a bit of stuttering from the game. It's just fine. It's better than what it was. If you ain't guilty about your pledge, I always feel guilty about my pledges signed. This is because they're with this legendary server. They release it in like segments. So at the moment it's just the base game for the first 3 to 4 months. So it's just the base game. So it's all the way. It's just Eriador. So it's minus if 1 or 2 places. We want to make sure we don't walk into too many mobs because we will die. But yeah, it's just Eriador. And we've got to go over there. Angermar's the last place, so we have to go take out. But we do have to be careful, because as a hardcore, if we do certain quests or certain bosses will kill us instantly. It's just what's scripted into the game. It's been a minute indeed. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I can't complain. Been fine. Just been enjoying life, really. Been doing a lot of Diablo, as you can probably tell. We're about to get our Discord channel up and running. Should be up and running. I was meant to do it today, but I spent most of the day out with the cats because we had to take them to the vets. Not because they're wrong, they just need vaccinations. So.
What have we to say to each other, Devodiad?
Oh, this. I forgot this town is the worst music in the game. Do do do. Right. First things first. Here's the lady that gives us crafting proficiencies. So it makes it slightly bigger. So weaponsmith. We want weaponsmithing. We want metalsmith. And we want prospector. And it's going to tell us who we need to go talk to. There we go. And again, you can see how low I've got all the music, all the sound in this game. It's the sound isn't really well balanced, let's put it that way, but it's fine. But yeah, so I should have. Oh, what level do I need to be to open this? Level 5. Okay, been a little bit too keen. I'm already here. That's fine. So all we wanted was to grab this proficiency, and we can now teleport back to the first town of Mosswood. Let's go run up here. This is the wrong location, isn't it? Yes, it's up here on the right. Yeah, it's this place here. As well as on this, I was saying, as well as on this server, it's all new and it's slowly going through all of the expansions. They've also added something new where you fight the ring wraiths. So it's called the Veil of the Nine, this server. So there's obviously 9 ring wraiths of Sauron. They appear in the world and they're like a world boss, and you have to try and take them out, which is pretty cool. Haven't found one yet, of course, because I've only just started. They tend to take a few people to take care of them, so that might end up us dying. There's always someone with a tale to tell with these fantasy games. Yeah. I am a huge nerd for these types of fantasy games, to be quite honest. Right, so this is one thing we are going to buy. And we're going to use our hearth or milestone to get back to town. We're going to open up the store and we're going to buy ourselves a... Once it finally loads. So we've got loads of Lord of the Rings points. Because we've been playing this for a long time and we don't actually tend to spend them when it loads. It's a good sign, that. Okay, looks like if you teleport and you have your store up, it breaks. That's fine. So we want to find a... There you go, there's my account name if you want to know my account name. So crafting, we want a craft all, what is it, universal... Don't think that's the one we want. This is the one we want. Because the universe... Because I don't think... Enduring, what does this do? Across all your characters across a single world. Yeah, we'll just buy it. Yeah, Exiled. It's actually quite popular, believe it or not. You probably don't believe it, but yeah, it's actually really popular still. It's not as popular as something like World of Warcraft, but it's got a good population number. As in, you can see how many people are here. So let's just double check that equipped. Yeah, that equipped. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just do some crafting. Because we are only level 3. We are on maximum difficulty, so any fight is going to be quite risky until we get our first heal. But these are all players. There's obviously 3, 4, 5 here. This is the starting area. So Noomba is actually quite busy. Which is quite surprising actually, considering how old the game is. Is it 2007 this came out? So it's quite old. So we're just going to run around. We need to do some mining. We need to ideally make ourselves a full set of armor, which... Okay. I don't know what get says. What's get? I don't know what get is. I think you can buy yourself more proficiencies. Oh, you can buy yourself... Yeah, okay, fine. So we want to be able to make ourselves enough of these. So prospecting, we need to... Oh, we need a lot. We need a lot of ores. So we need to go run around. Yeah, it's the game gets quite a lot of updates. It gets, I think it gets every other year it gets another expansion. The current expansion takes you all the way down to Umbar. So this is the most recent expansion that came out last year. And then it obviously today or the last couple of weeks has had a new server update. So it now runs on a 64-bit client. And that's not the only reason why it's good. It runs 64-bit client and it's the first server for a very long time that's been in in Europe. So the most recent, I think about 5 years ago, they migrated all servers over to America because they were looking at shutting the game down. Well, obviously the game's still going, so they've moved them back to Europe. Because I think the player base is actually growing for the first time in a long time, which is good. It is a good game. If you like Tolkien, it's a good game. Then I'm normally torn between this and World of Warcraft because I play them both. But yeah, today I decided I'd play this because this game is only the initial release, so it only goes up to Angmar rather than going the entire world. Alright, so how much loot have we got? Okay, we just want to hold the loot to one side. We need whetstones. We also need any brimstones as well to help us craft. Okay, he's taking the rock. Don't want to steal it off him. Just going to keep an eye out for any of these mobs. We are quite weak. Until we get a heal. I can't remember what level we get our heal. I can't remember what level that is. I know the mother of one of my colleagues plays this game. Yeah, I like it. It's nice and like atmospheric. It looks nice. It's dated, but it looks nice. It's atmospheric. There's weather. Oh, that's grass. It's got weather. It is a nice game. And the lore's spot on. If you like Tolkien, you would like the lore of this game because it's very it's very accurate to Tolkien's works. And look, we can probably take on a squirrel, to be honest. I think one more level when we get our first heal, and then that's when we can start actually fighting. We just got to play this a little bit careful. Because on the max difficulty, it is tough. When we start fighting mobs, you'll actually see how tough it can be. Let's ignore these mobs running around here. Right, let's grab his copper. Yeah, so the main reason why I started this again is I was hoping that the lag would be completely gone. But you can see there's a little bit of, obviously with the client, there's a little bit of stuttering at times. It's not the end of the world. This guy should yell at me. Oh, no, he's not threatening. Some of the mobs will start threatening you before they attack you. They'd like turn at you and yell at you as if to kind of scare you away. Obviously doesn't want to work. That's nice. Got away from... Yeah, it's pretty hot at the moment, isn't it, Signed? It's not ideal. At least it's hot for me. Let's ignore that little piggy wig. There goes some more. Okay, that guy will aggro straight away. So if they're a red dot on the minimap, they'll aggro straight away and they won't threaten. Why is it? There you go, managed to get it before. So this guy, one auto attack hit did for nearly 30 damage, which is pretty big considering. Right, let's see what we got. So we've got 15 chunks of copper ore. I think we need about 40 to make a full set of armor and maybe a weapon. I tried making a cheesecake a few weeks ago. It was okay-ish. That's quite sad. I guess you didn't manage to salvage any of it. That's quite sad. Oh, there's some ore there. Right next is a couple bandits. Let's try and avoid them. Can't complain about the heat. We definitely can complain about the heat, Numa. My cat is struggling. She's a long-haired fluffball. Yeah. I bought my my boy a... Let's double check this isn't maxing out my... No, it's not maxing sun. So I bought my long-haired boy a cooling mat as well, and he sleeps in it every night. We did have to take the cats to the vets today for their for their annual or 6-monthly vaccinations, and because the car was absolutely boiling hot, had to run the car for about 15 minutes to try and get the AC to get working. Yeah, the long-haired boy Tidus, he was really struggling in the car, even with the air conditioning on. It was cold, like the car was physically cold, but he was still struggling, which is a bit sad. I felt bad for him because there's nothing I could do. I tried to cool it down as much as I could. Yeah, our cat was also like, "What is this?" Until he stood on it. When he stood on it and realised it was cool, he was the happiest cat I've ever seen. But it just took him a bit of time just to get used to it. But he now just sleeps in it every night. He doesn't come near the bed anymore. He just goes straight on top of it. Okay, these guys are taking the branches. So being around this town is not ideal for us picking up this ore. There's going to be other players all around here. I think I can take this and it won't disappear for him. There you go. I took it anyway. Sorry if you can't pick it up now. So how many bits of ore have we got? 19. Don't think that's enough. Did she jump away from us? It's sad because we're trying, obviously with my cat as well, we're trying to help them and they don't realise it's help. So they just obviously panic a little bit. It's quite sad. Right, so we have this whetstone, which means we can make a critical crafted weapon. No brimstones, it's not ideal. Is there anything else nearby we need? So ideally, we'll go back when we get 30 ores. It should level us up to level 5 when we smelt them all. Oh, Signed, I should be doing some Dawn of War story tomorrow for my daily video. Yeah, so Dawn of War will be out. We're probably doing a couple, about half an hour to an hour per video of just the campaign. Because I haven't played Dawn of War for a very long time. So if you like, obviously it's 40k, it's a strategy game. So I'll just be doing the story. So that will be out tomorrow. There we go, leveled up. Nice. Every level grants you new skills and passive abilities. Okay, what do I get this time? Okay, 1 skill point. And I can't even use that skill point yet, can I? Because I need to... Yeah, I need 2 skill points. I need this. And the seasonal keeps popping up, which I will always ignore. Come on. Yeah, it's what I'm up watch, yeah. So it's only a few more weeks until Space Marine 2 comes out, which I really can't wait for. That does look good. I think it has nearly every Space Marine chapter in it as well that you can play as, or you can cosmetically make yourself look like it. Although you're Titus of the Ultramarines, you can change your cosmetic armor to look like any other chapter, which is really cool. It's even got some really obscure chapters as well. Obviously, it's not got any chaos. Right, so we are going to make our way back to town. I was going to Hearthstone, but I can't. Yeah, I'm glad I turned the volume down. This one particular song is quite... It's a nice song. However, it's a bit loud. I'm excited to see it. Everyone I know is hyped about it. Yeah, I'm really hyped about it as well. It's going to be good. But the first one was really good. And I think it's coming out a couple days before I'm due to go back to work, or a week before I'm due to go back to work. So I should stream. I'll probably stream the whole thing, to be honest. And once it's over, then we'll see. But I've been trying to avoid any spoilers on it. I know roughly what happens. But I've been trying to avoid as many spoilers as I can. Today, a video on Facebook. Some of the videos you can't skip. They just appear on your timeline while you're scrolling through. Straight away, it showed some spoilers of what happens in the story. I'm like, I really didn't want to see this. Like, I really didn't want to see this. Like, I like seeing the game, but I don't want any spoilers. Alright, so we're going to go Mosswood. There's a smithy just here. This guy here is a smithy, so we're going to go and do some crafting quickly. Let's get off my horse. How do I go? There you go. Get off my horse. Then prospecting. Let's refine all of our items. I'll definitely send you a message before I do. But when I get my my Discord up and running, you'll be able to keep track of what I'm uploading and what I'm streaming. Then the basic framework of the Discord's up, but I just need to finish it. Right, so weaponsmith. Alright, this is armor. So we need bronze ingots for that. That's fine. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we need 12 for that. We're making enough of this. That's fine. How many do we need for a weapon? So we can't use swords, can we? We can use swords. That's level 7. That requires 2 as well. So we've got enough to make a full set of armor. I think they require me to be level 7, don't they? They do. So I just need to survive until level 7. Which is fine, I guess. This should get me to level 5. Yeah, this will get me to level 5. Maybe halfway to level 6. Then with that, I need to be level 7 for my gear. There you go. First achievement for getting to level 5 without dying. Thank you very much. And what else is there? There's the achievement. There you go. What's your Discord going to be called? It's just called Rothmer. It's called Rothmer Gaming. Yeah, we've just been doing... Our friends made it for me. We've just been tweaking a few bits of it. It's nothing special, but there's like different. There's going to be different parts of Discord for like Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, for Diablo, and different types of games. Or there's just a part of it for cat picks, which is what I'm going to look forward to the most. Obviously, it doesn't have to be just cats, but any animal will do. There you go. Right, let's get rid of this quest. I hate that quest. Right, we need 17 copper ingots. Don't think we even have enough money for that, do we? Sell some of this stuff we've got on us. Probably sell that. Some of these items. Sell that and sell that. Sell that. Can't use you. Yeah, there will be. Hopefully there's a cat section. If not, I'll be very angry. So we need tin ingots. Tin ingots to buy from this guy here, this supplier. Scroll down to tin. Where are you, tin? Would help you can keep scrolling. There we go. Don't want to buy a stack, want to buy quantity. Then they want to buy 17 of you. Well, that's quite expensive. We're not going to be able to do this very often. I've never played Path of Exile, so, well, I've done the starting area, i.e. that first beach on Path of Exile when it first came out. I've never played it since. Well, I'll take your word for that, Noomba. I do want to try Path of Exile 2 when it comes out. That'll be something I definitely will try. But I have no idea when it's going to be released. I will try Path of Exile, the first one as well, at some point in the future. To see whether it stands out to me. But why is it still junk? Is there any particular reason, or is it just you just didn't get along with it? So I'm just arranging my desk so I have a drink. This is the only problem with this game, is crafting takes forever. Well, it's not the only problem, it's one of the problems of this game. But at least once we've done this crafting, we probably won't have to touch crafting for a while. At least until we get to the next tier of crafting, which is barrow iron. Which you won't get for a while. There you go. This should hopefully level me up. It should be level 6. We may have a heal by then. Let's have a look. Can I look at my skills while this is happening? See, have we got any more skills? No, we don't. Fine. So we do ideally want our first heal sooner rather than later. But once we level up, we'll be able to get one more skill point into the tank tree. And once we get that recuperate skill, will be very, very good. There we go. This is a heal, but you have to be in man form for it, and it's not very good. Okay, awesome. There we go. So that's all of our processing done. We want to... So we need to be level 7 for that. So we're almost ready to be able to use this. I didn't think we could use swords, if I'm going to be honest. I thought we can only use two-handed weapons, but I'm not complaining. So I want to make one sword. Hey, Sepia. Yeah, it's a very chilled out type of Diablo. I wanted a nice, easy evening, so I decided to play a hardcore in an MMO. I hope you're doing alright, buddy. You missed a lot of gear on our Zero to Ubers today. We got ourselves 2 bits of tail rashers, which we don't need. We got some like new gear that I think we got a string of ears, which we can use as a belt. So we've got a fair few upgrades for our Zero to Ubers. I think we're actually ready to take on the Ubers. But there's a few more things I'd like before we take them on. Just for my own like little safety blanket. But yeah, we're pretty much there. But during the day before my missus gets home from work, that's when I do Diablo. And then after we have dinner and I want to unwind, I'm going to be streaming other games other than Diablo in the evenings. Doing well, thanks. Yeah, had a busy day at work and only dropped in a tiny bit to click. Oh, I appreciate it, Sapia. I do appreciate it. How's yeah, I do appreciate it. Hopefully you get to unwind after the day at work and you get to chill out a bit. And of course, I think the Discord should be up probably tomorrow. I was meant to do it today, but I was a bit busy. So Discord should be up tomorrow, and I will plan on putting my proposed gear for Diablo 2 Ubers on there, so people can kind of laugh at me for a stupid idea or whatnot. I walked into the first town and some dude with £1,000 in cosmetics completely froze the game. Walked into groups of 3 monsters, game froze entirely. Hasn't changed. I spent it 3 years ago, at least you said. Well, people can spend whatever they want on, but if it's their money, to spend whatever they want. But if it freezes the game, that seems a bit weird. Seems like it's what you're saying, the noob, but that would be weird if that's actually built into the game. Gonna hang out for a bit, just got home and actually my wife and kids aren't home yet, so I'm having a beer with them. Nice. That's the best way to chill. I can't drink beer anymore because I've got this disease wrong with me, so I just don't drink at all. However, I miss the days where I could just get home, have a beer, have a nice relaxing night. So I'm a bit envious, that's for sure. Right, so we leveled up again. Good. So we wanted to be level 7, which we are now. So we can now equip the gear that we've just built. So Sapia, if you've not seen Lord of the Rings Online before, this is a new server. It's called a legendary server. So it's essentially, it starts the game off from the beginning. So the entire game is massive. Oh, if I didn't zoom out that far. So this is an entire game. You go down to Umbar, you go into Mordor, you go up to Rivanion. But the base game is just this area here. It's called Eriador, which is pretty cool. So the base game's like 1 to 50, I think it is, or 1 to 55 maybe. So, oh, it's fine, Sabia. It's this disease has been the worst thing to happen to me, but it's also been the best. Because I've managed to sort my life out. Work's giving me time off to recover. It's been good. And I've bought a house in this time. I'm getting married, so it's all going well. And I've got time off. Well, I've just mentioned it, but the time off is nice. After being with my job for over 7 years, I've not had any time off until now. It just so happened it took a disease to give me the time off, which is a bit sad, but hey. But yeah, this legendary server is the first one as well that's is in Europe. So for a while, all the servers are in America, so it made European players really laggy. So I've been trying to make hardcore characters in this game for a while. However, I've got a series on it on my channel. But the lag makes a lot of the classes completely impossible to play. So now the lag's been somewhat mitigated by having European servers. It's not perfect, but it's slightly better. So I have got some lag spikes already while playing this. Right. So at the moment I'm just doing some crafting to get some free experience. There we go. Come on. Finish crafting, please. Because not only does it give me experience, it gives my crafting some experience as well. So I need this bar to go up to 400. And then need to do exactly the same for weaponsmithing and the same for prospecting. There's kind of long drawn out process just to get some gear. But as we've leveled up, we've got a new set of gear here. So now we should be good to go and actually kill some enemies. I think. I hope. We've got our heal. And we've got two more skill points to use. Nice. So there we go. So we just need we need 8 more levels to be able to get the heal we want, which is this one called Recuperate. Once we have that, we'll be fine. The rest of the game will be easy. That'd be nice to have, but it's going to cost a lot of points into this skill tree. Thank you for that. Right, let's look at the skills quest we've got in this area then. So we have to go into the blacksmith. We've got a new quest here as well. So cosmetics off that dude is half the screen. Yeah, I can imagine it's a bit annoying. But if it's a free game, then sometimes it's kind of the devil you have on your shoulder kind of idea. If you play a free game, you're gonna have some form of issues with it. They gotta make their money one way or another. All right, let's use slams. This tells me how to use my character. I kind of already know how to use my character. Thank you. No, stop attacking. Use thrash. Need to turn into a bear for that one. And just jump on the dummy a few times. Awesome. Tegwin, thank you very much. Use bash. Yeah, fine. Use that. Awesome. So slowly getting through the main story in this area. I think this lady has a quest for us, doesn't she? She does. And you have a quest for us as well. Yep. You've got a quest for us. Hand this in. Is there any other quest found here? Yes, you have a quest. Okay, you got a quest about squeaky doors. I don't really care much about the squeaky doors, to be honest. And, okay, you want me to go in there. It's just double checking what we've got in the town. I don't know if we've got any other quests. We've got 2 quests now. One we have to... So this is like a bit of a meme quest, this one. But one of the quests I'm on here. I have to go to the north. Next to this riverbank here. And when you go there, there's a boot in the water. And the boot is, obviously, someone in town's missing a boot. The boot's actually a guy called Geralt. He's designed off of The Witcher. In some of his dialogue references The Witcher itself. It's pretty cool. Yeah, let's go grab this copper. We didn't need as much as we can. Although we've got better gears. Not ideal. My buddy and I both have almost identical pieces of specs, and he got the same freeze as me, sadly. Was it a freeze or was it just a FPS drop? There's very different. Right, move food down here. We've got all this stuff we can sell now. The only problem with this game that I have is that selling items is a bit of a pain. Instead of just going into a shop and just like, oh, I want to sell this, this, then this. You have to go through their selling window to sell things. It's a bit tedious. Alright. So this first quest here, there's a time on it, so I've got 3 minutes to do it, to get there. Then it resets to a 5-minute timer, and I've got 5 minutes to get back. But there's no rush. Our horse is pretty fast, it'll get us there and back in more than enough time. But yeah, Sapia, I should be back on our Zero to Ubers challenge on Tuesday. Over the weekend, I'll be doing some Diablo 1 during my day. And in the evenings, I'll probably be streaming this again. And then Monday, I won't be streaming at all because I'll be out all day. I'm out of town. And then on what day will it be? Then on Tuesday, I'll be back home. So I'll be streaming. Well, he's quite far north, quite far south. He should be way over there. Then on Tuesday, I should be back on, back to normal. I was really enjoying Zero to Ubers today. Got a lot of good gains. Alright. Okay, nothing in our inventory. We leveled up, didn't we? So we got another skill point to spend. There we go. There's normally a boot along here. There's the boot. It should be in there. Looks like I didn't pick up the quest. Oh no, okay. There we go. So I've got to find Geralt's favourite boot, which is in here. Complete freeze. Path of Exile, the only game I've ever played that froze. Taking 5 seconds time freeze. That seems a bit strange. Seems weird that you wouldn't be able to... that's in the game and you wouldn't be able to turn that off. Like other people's cosmetics. Right, let's... So we want to make our way back. We've got no destiny to use up. That's fine. So we're level 8. So how many more levels do we need? So we need 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 more levels. So we can get these 2 skills. We need to finish this one. Then we need to get a point into that. Ideally, I'd like the quick recovery for the higher initial heal. But it's not the end of the world if we don't get it. Especially with the... I don't mean to be a hater, but it's a man... yes, it is my complete first time, Sepia. I've seen my brother do it, so the reason behind it, is that I watched my brother do Ubers loads when I was younger, and I think I always would like to play in hardcore. And I still like playing hardcore. That's why I try and play as many games as I can as hardcore. And I don't know whether my brother said it or whether it's lodged in my brain for some other reason. I think I vaguely remember my brother saying that I'll never be able to do Ubers on hardcore. So to prove him wrong, he's 7 years older than me. To prove him wrong, I decided I'm going to do my first kill on Ubers on a hardcore. I've got a whole entire video series of me trying to get to the Ubers. It's going from 0 to Ubers as a video series. I've failed so many times. But the Paladin's going to be the first time we're going to do it. We're in a good place on the 0 to Uber Paladin. But yeah, you are right. It is mad to do it for the first time as a hardcore. There, we found the guy's missing boot. Now we can go talk to Geralt. And we need to talk to this woman, Allah. This child, not a woman. There you go. Awesome. She's giving me another quest to run back out to the wilds. So at the moment we're just doing people's kind of just fetch quests at the moment. Goblin Hobbit village, that's fine. I'll see it. Hopefully I can see it happen. Hopefully, when I get when I finish building up my character ready for Ubers, Sapia, I will, if you have Discord, when I have my Discord up and running, I'll make sure it's up and running before I do my attempt. But I'll definitely publicize it before I do the attempt. And I'll give people time to try and watch it. I'll probably do it slightly later, like this time in the day, rather than when I normally stream. Because it gives people time to be online. Because most of my viewers on my Diablo series actually are Americans. So it makes sense for me to do it slightly later so they can be there to watch it. So when I do my attempt, I'll try and make it as accessible as I can for everyone. Unless I just go absolutely crazy and I do it 2 o'clock in the morning. I know 2 o'clock in the morning would work for you guys. I don't know. But we are close to doing the Ubers, that's for sure. There's not much left in our grind. Uber is doable. A lot harder than what people make out to be. Yeah, well, I've he was just saying just then, Noomba. I've never done it, so I can't even say whether it's easy or not. We had a good, me and chat had a good long conversation today about how we're gonna do it and what gear we should use. Today was a really good one for deed. No. Yeah, today was a really good day for our theory crafting for our build for Ubers. Yeah, on Discord. Yeah, okay. So hopefully I'll be able to get good time for when we do Ubers. Don't know why I was walking into that rock. I couldn't jump over it. So what do we need to do here? We need to take out, it's this quest here. Take out beasts and collect King's Foil. King's Foil is a weed which is down on the right hand side, I believe. Once we hand in a second dare quest, we'll then actually start doing some killing. Because we haven't killed anything yet on this, on the hardest difficulty, so we'll see. Right. This 9 is stuttering a little bit. Alright, let's go through here. I think I need to go talk to the guy, the blacksmith as well. There you go. Allah, or Alia, whatever your name is. Name's definitely not Allah, is it? No, it's definitely not. But after I finish the Uber on Diablo 2, I would then go for the Holy Grail. I think we've done 38% of the game's items now, which is, yeah, I think it's about 38% of the game's items. And with that, I think it's weighted towards like 8% of the weighting. So obviously I haven't got any of the mega rare items like the Griffin's Eye or Tyrell's Might or anything like that. We'll get them later. We just need to apply some oil. Aloe vera. It's good for your skin, aloe vera, isn't it? From what I hear, it's good for your skin. Okay. This rat wants to attack us. We're going to see how tough combat is. Okay. We're fine. So, although we're on the hard difficulty, at the moment, combat should just be fine. So later on, as we're a bear, we get like a bear super speed. I think it's called Wanderlust. So we get to sprint really quickly as a bear, which is quite useful. So obviously, being a Beorning, I can transform into a bear whenever I want. It's unbearable. Right, is there any other quest we need to do here? So we've got only one quest here. That's fine. We need to collect this King's Foil, which is a weed. Which actually, King's Foil is the weed that Aragorn uses to keep Frodo alive in the films. He puts it in Frodo's mouth to get him to chew it before Frodo succumbs to the blade. My time zone is GMT -4, so it's about 5:30ish. Okay, yeah. So you're East Coast, are you? Are you not? Budgetary wise, usually Smite is the best. Yeah, we've decided what we're going to do for it, Noomba, and it's a hybrid of Smite and Zeal. That's what we've decided. But over the weekend, I'm going to theory craft and get a build kind of laid out. And on Tuesday, when I stream my next series to Ubers, we're going to have it kind of examined and evaluated by chat. We're going to decide if it's good enough or what small recommendations and changes we can make. Yeah, and signed you're an hour ahead. So I was actually meant to go to, I know it's not exactly where you are signed, but I was actually meant to go to Amsterdam this weekend. A friend of mine wanted to meet me there. But I decided otherwise. Yeah. And not on the coast, but my time's Eastern. I'm in Southern Indiana. Okay, yeah, fine. I think most people that talk in chat, other than Signed and Screws, and I think there's one other guy that talks a lot in chat. I think everyone else is American. And of course my brother who talks in chat. But yeah. But I think 70% of my chat is American, so yeah, I'd have to time it to be about this time of day. Alright, come on, Mr. Wolf. That's closer, but not where I am. Yeah, I didn't think it was. Alright, there we go. All beasts are done. I can now hand in this quest. So now we've gone and collected our gear. So if you ever, for whatever reason, try this, doing the game on the hardest difficulty, as a hardcore, gear is what keeps you alive. So you always want to get gear. And then if being able to craft your own is a godsend. So I can craft my own, at the moment I'm crafting my own bronze gear. Soon I can craft my own iron. That's at level 12 and I need the items for it. But it's how we're going to keep ourselves going. Yes, this should be the quest for us to leave this town now. Well, this guy's got a quest for us as well. The Wolves of Kingsfoil, okay. Oh, he wants us to find. Just trying to remember where he wants us to go. I've done this a few times, this starting area. I can't exactly remember everything about it. Yeah, he wants us to go there, fine. So there's 2 little quests we have to do in this area. Just down here on the right. We have to go stand on top of a hill and do a emote. The emote's not on my list. Let's get rid of these 2 crafting. And there we go. Get rid of that. I don't care about the festival. Normally I can't cancel the festival quest. I never do the festivals in this game. Okay, there are a couple quests for us to do here. We have to take out a load of birdies. There's a few more. We're going to go on top of this hill first and do the lookout. Do we need to take out any wolves? No, we need to collect Kingsfoil, which is in that little camp. Take out the warg, which is inside that camp. And we need to look over this rock. And take out any birds, which is another one of these. Okay, I can't do that on a horse, can I? There we go. Delves, okay, I can move you off the tracker. You're a... For some reason my deeds keep appearing on here, even though I've changed the settings. Right, so we're going to go inside this little wolf-infested area down here on the left. There's a warg at the back. Take out the warg. Grab all the flowers. So later on, when we get some more skills into this damage line, and we have this recuperate. This recuperate allows us to heal while in bear form. When we get that, we probably will never come out of bear form. We'll just stay in it. I just like seeing what difficulty people are playing this on. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. This ripe Kingsfoil. So you can see that a bit of lag again. Yeah, it's just such a shame. At least the servers are now in Europe, so it should run slightly better, in theory. I'm hoping that we can actually do the whole game as a hardcore. I know there's going to be some stumbling blocks, and the only time when I'm going to allow myself to die on this character will be if it comes to a part in the story where you have to be defeated. Because there are some story, I think there's one story quest in Angmar. There's like a force field, like a ward that sits around here. If you go across it, you instantly die. I think you have to die to it in one of the story missions, if I'm not mistaken. So for that, I won't count that as a death because it's a forced death. There might be ways around it, which I'll do research when we get slightly closer. I'm playing a Necro on 20x right now, but it's kind of cheated in the sense that I gave myself items from the 28th paladin. Hey, wait, if you found them before Sepia, it's fine to use them again. You, I don't know if you saw our stream on 2 days ago when we did the randomized. Okay, that's not any better. We did randomized, and we did 10x, and it broke the game. The game just wouldn't run. It kept crashing. Like every 5 minutes, so it crashed again. Okay. So we want to go through here. There's a walk around here on the left, which is such a shame. I was hoping that the 10x and randomization would work quite nicely, but it didn't. It just crashed. Another wolf down. So let me know if the music's a little bit loud, because it's OBS is going all over the place. It's hard to judge the volume levels on OBS. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it just goes crazy. So watch and slash listen to that, a lot of that. Yeah, okay. Okay, if we walk here, okay, that didn't spawn. Why didn't that spawn? There's a bomber that kept. Yeah, it was really annoying. It was actually really good fun. But now we know that the two mods aren't compatible together, so we just won't try it again. Okay, I have to follow the walk tracks. That's a bit silly. I like that every time I kill an enemy, you can just about hear it. When this guy dies, you hear a little ding. Because I've got this, it's fairly quiet music. Okay, good. Okay, I don't want it to be too loud. But you hear that little ding each time I kill a monster. I've got this little cowbell called the sleigh bell, where every time something dies, ding, there's a little ring. It's pretty cute. That's the things that keep me happy, like keep me sane. And okay, I haven't leveled up just yet. Okay, this guy's just taken out the walk. This walk, we just had to walk to this deer. And it's, oh dear, what happened here? Okay, it lags still. Great. Yeah, I'm on Mr. Walk. I heard it, yeah. It's subtle. I forgot to mention that this is actually the first kind of test that we have on this character. It's the small things, exactly. That's what Mrs. Rothmers says to me as well. It's the small things. So if you ever try this on like 10x, or you ever try a challenge like this, and you do this starting area, this is your first challenge, this Howling Stones Warg. He's essentially like a mini boss for this area. I say mini boss. He's just harder than most other wargs and enemies. So I've actually lost multiple characters to that warg. But for some reason, I'm actually quite strong. Considering, yeah, it's on maximum difficulty. 9 plus 2, 11, believe it or not. Strange. Yeah, but I like that ding. Ding! Enemy's dead. It's just, in my mind, it confirms Mrs. Rothmers is so kind. Yeah, she is. She's one of a kind. I forgot what I was going to say there. No, Mrs. Rothmers fine. But I want to stream for like at least an hour or so more. But like, so I'd like to finish a lot of this Swan Fleet today. I have to get up in the morning to go for a cycle again. Going to go bike riding with my old man, which is going to be fun. Grab all these coins. Thank you very much. Almost level 9 again, which is nice. God, I don't think you'll be able to handle 2.
All appears quiet. That is good. But I will not
Right.
relax my
But
guard.
I wouldn't be able to handle 2 of those sleigh bells. 2 dings at once. Ding ding. No, it'd be too much. I'll just lose my mind. Don't fall this time. I won't fall this time. Oh, did I show you the photo of me? I don't think I did. Talk to one of the prisoners' breast. Okay. So, signs. Between me falling that first time and now, I actually physically fell off. And I essentially hit a tree and went sideways. into like a pile of mud and then rolled into round. I essentially hit a tree, rolled to my side, rolled down a bank into a load of thorns. And that really hurt. That really hurt.
You had better get going, I think. So long.
You know what they say, 2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven. That's true. That's true. Sapio, always a man of wisdom. Right, die. We found the lost kid.
There's rats everywhere.
But he gets attacked by 2 annoying rats. Which actually, this is actually quite a tough fight on the max difficulty. Ding. If you're not geared like I am. Because this king of rats is actually quite strong for his level. It's not for us, but it's strong for its level. And wait for it, wait for it. Ding! So happy with that. I have no idea where I got this sleigh bell from. But I'm so happy I've got it. I know you sent me a picture when you fell into George Bush. But this is the first I hear of a tree. Yeah, I was trying to dodge a muddy puddle, a puddy muddle. And as I was trying to dodge this puddle of mud, I hit a tree and just fell off. My old man kept cycling, and you can hear me laughing to myself because I thought it was hilarious. So I was laying on the floor, mud all down me, like the bike fell on top of me, and I was just laughing. I was in pain, but I was just laughing to myself. I was like, what a complete buffoon. Click these to open. This is like a good sign for the lag. So the lag hasn't completely gone, although it's a European server now. Because these should open. It takes a second for these to open. It comes up with this. So that's about a 6-second lag, if not more. Maybe cycling is not good for your health. I don't think much is good for my health, to be honest, signed. But cycling is all I can do. Oh, I went for this is also something that's not good for my health. I did go for a run yesterday, actually. And I cut the back of my arm open. But I say cut it open. I cut it enough that it was bleeding down my top. Or bleeding down my arm. And when I'd raised it up, it bled down my armpit. A little bit, not much. And I'm trying to get back into doing fitness. And I went for there's meant to be a nice path I can run near my house. But I'm meant to take out number of uses. Okay, I'm meant to take out some birds. So I went for a run near my house. And the back of my house is a big cycle track. So I ran towards the cycle track, and there's loads of paths coming off the cycle track. So I was like, you know, I'll run down this path. It says that it exists on Google Maps. So I ran down it and didn't see all these thorns. And all these thorns were about the perfect chest height. So nothing else has been cut back other than these thorns that are down by your feet and up by your head. It was just chest height thorns. I was like, okay, I can run through this. Note to self, don't run through chest height thorns. So I raised my arms up to run through all these thorns, and they just cut under the back sides of my arms. It was not fun. So I continued running, just dripping blood on the floor. It was definitely an experience. I won't be doing that route again. It was like 5 kilometers, and it's the first 5 kilometers of my life. So one thing I've learned from it is trying to better my health by doing healthy things is a bad idea. But other than that, right, let's go take out some of these birdie boys. 8 more to take out. Why do you think you could get? Do you think you could do that without getting cut? I was an optimist, Sapierre. I was optimistic that I wouldn't get hurt. I knew I was going to get cut, but I was hoping I wouldn't get hurt. So I could have, to be honest, I could have just walked through the bushes. I would have been fine, but I decided to run through the bushes at running speed, and it was not a good idea. But at least I know I won't be doing that route again, which is fine. It is what it is. Right, so this is meant to be the junction. There you go, this is the junction. There we go, do a bit of a looking around. Awesome. And back to town. I can just put auto run on. I don't need all this copper. Got loads. Probably have enough to master my crafting. One thing I do want though is I want more of these so I can try and crit. So if I do find some more, I will need it. One thing if you didn't know about this game is that if you see any items with this purpley background, save it. Because you use them for a reputational quest inside each town, or most towns have it. But yeah, Sappy, I'm the kind of guy who just, I do think, but normally I'm too busy running ahead before I start thinking. So I always end up getting myself hurt. Alright, let's... Who's up here? Okay, no one of note. Let's hand this quest in. Okay, now I need to take out 10 boars. This is fine. Okay, he gave me some scrambled eggs. I always collect the food here, but never use it. I've got loads of items here ready to go put in my bank. This is all the bank items in this bottom section here. If you play this game, your inventory is actually a lot smaller than this. It's only about up to this line here upwards. It's about half the size. Obviously, I'm paying to win this. Yeah, that's an issue right there. Yeah, it's to do with my job as well. I'm always the first one in. I like to think I'll be the first one in, even if I make a mistake. Awesome. Oh, I love that little ding. Ding. We haven't leveled up yet, have we? No, we haven't leveled up again. When I was a teenager, some police busted a party I was at and I ran away from them, along with a lot of the others. I got away, but not without catching a lot of fawns. And I tripped directly into... Ooh, that's painful. So when I was younger and I lived down the south of the UK, like south of England, south of London, I should say, I went drinking with some of my friends. And we were drinking and essentially sparring and boxing in their shed in their garden. They had a whole setup in their shed. It's like a man's cave or man cave. And it was about 3 in the morning. We were going from the man cave to the main house. I was working as a chef at the time. All my friends were all chefs. So as we were making our way back up, we had a fair bit to drink. And on the way back down, we went back up to the house, grabbed some more alcohol to go back down to the shed. So we were making our way back down to the shed. They didn't look after their garden at all. So the garden was overgrown. There's like fawns everywhere. And the biggest fawn like bush I've ever seen was there with like one long fawn hanging out the side. And every single time they warn you about it to step over it or go around it. As I had a bit too much to drink, I didn't want to walk on the mud. So I walked straight across the path, straight into this big fawn. And yeah, it cut my leg open. And I ended up having to go get stitches the next day. Instead of going to work, I went to hospital to get stitches in this, where I cut my leg open because of this bloody fawn. It was so annoying. So annoying. So yeah, I learned a lesson that day as well about fawns. But I then obviously forgot about it yesterday when I went for a run. I always think that human body is stronger than fawns, but no. Nature tends to prevail. But I would normally just blame the alcohol. It was always the alcohol's fault. Yeah. Same as at home now. I can't. I'm not allowed to cook at home. So obviously I was a chef. How old was I when So I was a chef 8 years ago. That's when I stopped being a chef. I've traveled back. Yeah, I am. I'm a Pokemon. They call me Voltorb. That's not the right Pokemon, but fine. So yeah, 7 years ago when I was a chef, since then I haven't cooked. I barely cook, especially now. The medication I have to be on with my disease means I get shakes in my hands. So I'm not allowed to cook in my house. Because the shakes means when I'm doing some fine work, like fine chopping or any fine work with a knife, I have a chance to cut myself. And a good example of this was a year ago. I was cooking Christmas dinner for me and the missus, and I was trying to cook. She was at work, and I was trying to chop up some veg, and I was cutting through a root vegetable called swede. I don't know whether you probably have it in the States, but it's probably called something different. But I was chopping through a big bit of swede. It's like a big potato, And as I was chopping through it, I slipped and I sliced 3 of my fingers open. And on 2 of them, it went straight down to the bone. And on 1 of them, it went past the bone. It was bad. Really bad. And I, instead of going to hospital, I rang my parents who lived nearby. And they came round and we essentially just glued it back together ourselves instead of going to hospital. I still haven't got any feeling back in any of those 3 fingers. And what you hear about like veterans that lose limbs through traumatic injuries, they get like phantom legs or phantom limbs. I don't get phantom limbs, but I get phantom fingertips. So the same 3 fingertips on my other hand, the exactly same 3 fingertips, my smallest one, middle finger, and the index, the one between the little finger and middle finger. I don't know what that finger's called. On the opposite hand, that goes numb sometimes. I should have gone to hospital. Yeah, I should have. I have got the pictures of how bad the cut was, but that's not. It's pretty disgusting. Yeah, so I get phantom fingertips when I get stressed, or if my heart races too much, I can't feel the fingertips in the other hand every now and then. It's really weird. But that's besides the point. Story time with Rothmer. I've got loads of random stories like that where I've injured myself. None of them are that bad. Don't worry, signed. I won't send them to you. Don't worry. You're safe with that one. I don't send them to anyone. They're really disgusting. I sent him. A good friend of mine. He's a doctor, and I sent a picture of him to him, and I said, does this look bad? He said, yes, you should go to hospital. I was like, okay, fine. An hour later, he rang me. He's like, are you in hospital? I was like, no, I stayed at home and fixed it myself. I've never been shouted at so much in my life by a friend. He was angry I didn't go to hospital. But hey, never mind. It's fine. But since then, I'm not allowed to cook at home. Mrs Rothman does not let me, just in case I cut myself again. Alright, so we want to grab any ore we see. There's an ore down here. There it is. There's the badge. You seem your service and nerves have greatly damaged them. Yeah, I've definitely... So even when I talk now, I'm playing around with my... The worst finger was the middle finger. And I'm playing around with my middle finger, and I can't feel anything. I can pinch it, poke it, can't feel anything on my middle finger. Right, so what we're doing now in the game. So we're just finishing this last quest in Mosswood, which is this little town down here. We're going to go up to this location. We have to do this little, do an emote. Once we do the emote, we can then head down to Cleager, which is the next town. There's a couple very short quests down in Cleager. A couple short quests. We have to do Cleager, go up to these towns. Then Clangaran is quite a short area. It's like the longest quests are actually in Mosswood itself. Once you do Mosswood, it's actually quite a quick area. I'm a little bit too far here, aren't I? No, it's fine. I get a number of 3 things on my... Get numbness in your... I'll read that 1 second. So just want to get in the right location. There we go. You get numbness in on your right hand. That's because I have carpal tunnel on my right hand. Ooh, carpal tunnel. I can imagine it's... I hear horror stories about carpal tunnel. It's quite bad. One time a neighbour I used to have was messing around with his fan on his car. He had his hand near the hub in the middle and it kicked in and sucked his hand in. Ooh, that's nasty. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I've seen some... Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen some quite bad injuries in my line of work. Quite bad injuries indeed. I can't talk about them, to be honest. I can't talk about my work either, unfortunately. But yeah, I've seen some quite bad stuff. Alright, so we can now head down to Mosswood, hand in this quest, and then we can then go to this next town. I don't think we can fast travel. We haven't found the area yet. This has turned into a horror. Not quite yet signed. Horror stream in 2 days. This time, regardless of whether Mrs Rothmer is up for the horror stream on Sunday, she will. Well, I'll be doing it, even if she doesn't want to. Anyone else missing body parts? Does sanity count? Signed? Because if sanity counts, I'm definitely losing that. I've definitely lost that, I should say. Right, we've got loads of items here we can sell. Keep hold of some of these items. No, it doesn't really matter where it is in your inventory, because when you sell it at a vendor, it just doesn't really matter. It just sells anything. So I'm looking forward to Sunday. I still have the game installed. I haven't played it yet. I haven't even launched it. But I'm looking forward to it. Can't remember what it's called. What wakes below? Is that? I've seen some minor accidents with welding / brazed equipment, aggravated heavy machinery components. Yeah, some of the stuff I've seen is to do with heavy machinery, and should never mess with. It's called degloving. Should never mess with lines or ropes with rings or jewellery on. Those are always quite bad. Well, if you have a glove on, oh, that's even worse. If a glove catches you, yeah, still wakes a deep. That's okay. That's what will be on Sunday. We're gonna see how long the game is. Now, we will determine how long we stream for. Why can I not? There is. I was wondering where all the names went, but I pressed N by accident. Yeah, but maybe there's enough. Yeah. We'll have a when we get Discord working, we'll have a not safe for work gore chat. On happier notes, has anyone got any plans for the weekend? Now it's pretty much the weekend. Other than me deciding to do something crazy and go mountain biking again, which causes a lot of pain and injury, which started this conversation. Other than that, then anybody got anything exciting planned? According to the website, it's about 4 to 5 hours. Okay. Miss Rothmer finished at 3. We could very well do that in one stream. Because knowing me, I tend to complete games quite quickly. Even if I'm not speedrunning it, like Outlast. We finished that very quickly. Lunch with the friends tomorrow. Alright, that'd be nice. You going anywhere in particular? Or is it the same friend group you went for dinner with like a couple of weeks ago and it got cancelled? Let's keep making our way. So the town we want to look for is there. You can just see the town in the distance. So as much as the graphics in this game isn't spectacular, like there are some vistas which are really nice. Like we'll see some places later on, like Lake Evendim, which is this lake up here. There are some really nice vistas around here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go as far as Gondor, because Gondor you've got where are you? Not Gondor, you're in Rohan, aren't you? Here. I've forgotten what this is called. This is really scenic. Just going next to those statues which are in the films, of course, and overlooking the entire river. Oh, those work friends. Okay, uni friends. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I tried to reconnect with some uni friends a couple of weeks ago, and they all ignored me until I mentioned the fact that I've got a wedding coming up, and they were like, "Oh, can we come along?" So, not really, not now. So this town has one of the most chilled out and relaxing music in the game. Right, you can grab all these quests. Some of these quests are quite short. For this town, there's a lot of running back and forth. Right, butcher's shop. Is that what it's called? That thing then, yeah. Right. Okay. Weekly meat orders, that's what we're here for. I'm gonna go grab these and run back down. Yeah, they weren't friends, yeah. Most of the people I had at university, I could probably say weren't friends.
If you're going around looking for food, I haven't any for you.
Haven't any for you. It's a terrible accent from me, but that's fine. Right. Hey, Madame
There's
Mel.
more work that needs doing.
So I have to tell 5 of these kids to come back home to eat. So one thing this area does have, once we've done all these, there's a few quests to do within the town, which are relatively quick to mop up. Once you do that, then you can you then head up to this like huge brigade kind of outpost on top of this mountain. That's going to be probably our first challenge of this hardcore run. Gotta go. Good day. Hey Sepia, have a good night, buddy. Enjoy your evening. And hopefully get to enjoy a nice cold beer. Right, so okay, there's meat ordered there. We can grab that in a second.
Good day.
Sign, did I tell you about the... So my brother had his... what's it called? His tournament the other day. Last weekend. And he came...
That is an interesting artifact
He
you carry.
won 2 games, but
Must have quite a
lost
story, I imagine.
3.
To Gregor.
So out of 5 games, he did actually quite well, considering it's the first time he's ever used Skaven.
Must be told of this.
Please,
Right,
stay a moment.
grab this meat order again. So he did really well. Should have a martini, but it's too late for that. It's never too late for martinis signed. What kind of martini? An espresso martini or just a normal one? Me and Mrs Rothmers, we had an espresso martini pre-mix the other day. We tried this like pre-mix and it was the worst pre-mix I've ever had in my life. It didn't taste like espresso, it didn't taste like martini. It just tasted like pure death. So we're never getting that espresso martini again. Mr. Nud here. Yeah, how scenic this game is. Then the bandit camp is, I think it's that hill there. Yeah, that's that hill there. You can see the fortifications poking up. No, just one of the one from the bottle, lemon one. Okay. Don't think I've ever had that, but I'm sure it's nice. Right, let's grab all these quests. Searching for a missing arrow. That missing arrow quest is quite quick. Just have to run down to the bridge over there. And that's essentially all we have to do. We've got a discount. Okay. I think discount alcohol is always the best kind of alcohol, to be honest. Okay, Mr. Bergam. There's a couple cats. Look how cute these cats are. Let me just zoom in. There you go. Look how cute he is. Little meow. Little cute little meow. So I'll carry on. I'm surprised he's not scared of a big old bear. That's fine. He can do what he wants. Alright, so I think that's all we need to do in town. There's a couple things over here we need to do. I think there's a quest down... There it is, over here on the right. Brother had a tournament too recently. He played 1 game and lost. Yeah, little kitties. I think you can get pet kitties in this one. Press C, go to skills. Fellowship? No. Active? No. There's a pet button somewhere. Don't know where it is. But you can get pets in this.
There?
Like little cosmetics.
Like the adventurous sort.
Okay, don't shout in my ear, love. This is the worst quest in the game, this one. This one called Be Behind the Falls. You have to go behind every single waterfall in the region. Well, I say every single. There's 5 of them. There's 2 here. There's 1 here. And there's 2 here. The swimming speed in this game is really slow. So this quest just takes forever. This is all you have to do. Swim behind a waterfall. Turn around. Swim behind the next waterfall. So I've got the... I've got somewhat of the okay from Mrs Rothmers to start collecting Warhammer after our wedding. So I will start collecting. Whether it might be a small Death Guard army to start me off, or whether it's just going to be Lord of the Rings, I don't know. She will play Lord of the Rings with me. If I get into Death Guard, I'd have to find people to play with. Then if I go fantasy, I'd have to then find more people to play with. So I don't know. It's a bit too early now. Okay, now we need to just go around just to the right hand side here. There's another little waterfall just behind this tree, roughly where that bridge is. Just go to that. It's just a quick swim to that waterfall. Alright, cool. Can I jump up there? Oh, I can. Good. Right, let's jump on the mount. So have I leveled up recently? I have not. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more levels. Then I can then start skilling into our damage skill tree. So I'm basing my kind of build off of, our survival build off of what I can do in the base game. Okay, I just injured my ankles. I just broke my ankles. So if you fall from anything in this game as well, you get... Okay, you just lost there. But you damage your ankles. Damage your ankles. If you get the... It gives you a debuff. Depending on how far you fall, depends how long the debuff is. So if it's a small drop like that, it's a 4-second debuff. If it's a big drop, let's say we jumped off of that rock there and somehow landed over here, that would be a bigger debuff. You can die from fall damage, but the fall damage needs to be enough that the debuff would be more than a minute. So you can have, I don't know, 54-second debuff. That's fine, as long as it doesn't go above a minute. If your debuff goes above a minute, boom, dead. Not just that, there is something actually I'm kind of worried about when we get there. Is in Evendim, there's in Illuminous, there is a dungeon. I think it's this one here. Inside that dungeon, there is a monster which has a knockback. Do they have health insurance in this game? I don't know. If it is, it's a terrible health insurance. Because it didn't help the It didn't help Theoden when he came down with the sickness. So what if they did have health insurance is terrible. But in that dungeon in Evendim, there is a monster which fights you, quite a strong like mini boss, and he has a knockback. If he knocks you back, you will die. You can't get away from it. You will fall to your death. There's no way out of it. There you go. If I click this, there you go. A mob just comes out for us. Ideally, it comes for us, not towards this random guy over here. Sorry. So this is actually quite a worrying fight as well. If I was doing this on my own, these Avanks can actually kill you. Oh, this is a shame. This guy's recently perished. That's a shame. This guy recently perished as well. He's also on the same difficulty. Interesting. I don't know whether they're playing together. This guy's also in the same difficulty. Interesting. I'm just looking at what other people's difficulties there are. I am always intrigued to see how other people are playing this game. Because I like the fact this landscape difficulty they added is just huge. It's really good for the game. I absolutely love it. The fact that now the servers are in Europe as well, slightly less lag. So I really want to try doing this kind of challenge. Max difficulty. Probably not as a hardcore, but max difficulty on a character called a Warden, or a class called a Warden. It's a really fun class. However, for me, it was almost unplayable because you'd always get lag. And while you're trying to fight, if you get lag, your skills rely on combos. If you get the combo wrong, you won't be able to use the skill. So it's really, really tough. Okay, we're not going to be able to stop this guy from going under. I have to wait for him to pop back up and we can attack him. There we go. Just like that. Come on. There we go. 4 more bits of meat. Let's see what... We do kind of want some more ore again. Because a little bit more of this ore. 1, we'll be able to get a few more levels. And 2... Okay, let's probably eat some meat as well. 1, we'll be able to get more levels. And 2, we'll be able to make some more gear. Okay, 1 more mob here. There's another one there. How many more do we need to take out? We need to get 4 more cuts of meat. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get 4 more mobs. Once we've done that, we'll head back to town. We've got a few quests to hand in. Handing in the quests should get us to level 10. Doing a bit of crafting should be able to get us to level 11. And that'll put us in a good place to then go take out the Brigade camp at the top of the hill. And you could do the Brigade camp, then we'll head over here to this camp over here. We do need 3 more levels, and we can get this recuperate, which I'm really, really looking forward to. And then we can go down the claw tree. Just keep bonking these. Awesome. 2 more to take out. Let's see, what's that red dot over here? That's an outlaw. We don't really care much about the outlaws. At least down here. don't get anything good off them. And they're not a quest objective. Right, what's over here? Shrew, you should give me meat. You almost thought I was going to leave you alone, didn't you, Shrew? There you go, one more cut of meat. There goes a wolf there, that'll do. And awesome. Right, always use a hearth for myself. I think if I put skill points into this one here, makes my hearth stronger, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. My hearth also gives me health. I shouldn't need that. Okay. I'm going to keep saying it's such a shame that I'm still getting lag. They've done everything they could and moved the servers to Europe and it's still not fixed it. Right. The reason why I ate food as well is that it gives you mini buffs. So here we got some health and power regeneration. Power is, I don't use power, but power would normally be a blue bar just below here. Now time for the most relaxing music in the game. Do do do. So upbeat and happy. I've got 2 quests to hand in.
These cuts are choice indeed. A fine day to eat.
Right, here we are. Melon deer. Okay, we've got 1 quest over this side. Talk to this lady who's there. Got to talk to the mayor, and I think there's 1 more quest. I can't remember what the other quest is.
Fine job you did.
Can I jump up here? I can't, that's a shame. So I'm hoping also that in the future when we do the raids, so I've never done any raids on this game before. I know that they exist, but I've never done any of them. I'm hoping if we get this hardcore character to the raids, even if this character dies, I'll probably just do the raids and then see what happens. But I'd like to think we can get to the raids and hopefully we just don't die. Okay, do we have to go back down there? I didn't even read what he told me to do. Can't remember. Is there anybody we have to talk to here? Oh, I have to go back down here, don't I? Talk to Melon Deer again. Absolute blonde moment just then. I like the music. Sad and depressed.
How do you do?
Okay. This game is not for you, signed. Even when you go to places like Mordor, the music's still quite... It's not upbeat, but it's still got a bit of happiness to it, happiness vibes. One place I'm going to absolutely dread going to, because obviously this is only the base game, so it's all of the areas of Eriador. Sometimes I'd normally... Are you blonde? No, I'm not blonde. I've got... what colour's my hair? Blonde? No, not blonde. It's brown hair. For instance, you... Okay. They've got brown hair, brown beard. Everything's brown. Just like my soul. Yeah, so... As the game is... as it's just this base game, normally I'd skip areas. But you need to complete deeds. So you need to complete deeds to get these virtue experience. This virtue experience will allow you to get these skills here. And these skills are really, really useful. They're obviously buffs to your account. As there's only a finite amount of virtue experience we can now get, I need to be careful what I put points into. So in combat, that's probably quite good. Trying to look what we want here. Max morale, it gives max morale. This gives increased armor, and this also gives me increased armor. So we're going to go get loyalty first. The things makes the orcs happy, so that makes sense. It does make the orcs happy. The orcs are renowned for being a happy bunch, especially when they have meat back on the menu, which I always find funny that meat's on their menu. It's a kind of nowhere else in the world of Middle-earth doesn't mention anything about menus or restaurants. So it makes me happy that the fact that there's restaurants in Mordor that there's not in anywhere else in Middle-earth, that the orcs actually know what menus are. I just love that. Hair is like a... I don't really know what that word... Fuchsia. F-U-C... Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a very much a colour that stands out. That's definitely a statement colour. Do you normally go a bit crazy with your hair colour signed? And now we get to... Oh, I didn't do any crafting. Can we go back and do some crafting? We probably don't need to. We have got a lot of ores here, and I wouldn't mind doing a bit more crafting just to level up a little bit more. Higher level we are, more likely we are to survive. Just simple as that. Then when we get to end game, we're going to probably struggle a little bit. But it is what it is. We might struggle, we might not. Well, Sauron is a popular restaurant in Mordor. yeah, I can imagine. Imagine the Isle of Sauron just sitting there over like a barbecue, just like flipping some burgers. Who wanted it medium rare? Then the orcs going wild because they didn't get their steak medium rare. I can imagine that. So I dye my hair in various colours of pink this year. Oh, okay. That's definitely unique. I dyed my hair once, and I not by choice. My mother, when I was young, thought it'd be funny to... She had leftover blonde dye, so she thought it'd be funny to dye my highlights of my hair blonde, or the tips of my hair blonde. It was the worst decision of my life. Since then, I haven't ever grown my hair out. I've always kept it short. So my hair's on top. I'm essentially near enough bald. I always do a number 1 or 0.5 on top, and then I obviously grow my beard out. Alright, there we go. In there on town. Let's go and do some crafting. Press T. So we've got loads of stuff here. So this is going to take a couple of minutes to do all this crafting, to be quite honest. We're going to hear this guy yelling at this training dummy. A buzzcut, yeah. Essentially buzzcut, yeah. If I go 1 on top, it'll be... if I have a choice, it'd be 0 on the sides as well. Right. So ideally, I'd like to, before the end of this... Oh, I've got a quest here. Didn't realise that. Before the end of this stream, I'd like to do this up here. And then this will then get me to this location here. Probably want to do the quests in Glyn Helgir. Let's do the quest in here. So I'm in Lintrev. And Lintrev is about halfway through this zone. Although it doesn't look like it. Lintrev's about halfway through the zone. So then you do Lintrev. Then you do things like 4 or 5 quests here. Most of them are in this Wade Water. You then go up to Caras Gelbren, or Gelebren, which you go into this ruins here. You then go a bit further north. And this one's really quick. It's like 4 quests here. But yeah, so we do that. Something that you might like signed is that Caras Gelebren. This is actually the city which... Yeah, it's a city. This is the city which Celebrimbor and Sauron, in his elven form, the disguised form. This is the city where they made the Rings of Power. Was it the Rings of Power? Yes, the Rings of Power, yeah. The 9 rings to the humans, 7 to the dwarves, 3 to the elves, and 1 for himself. Obviously, the 1 for himself he made way over here in Mordor, but yeah, you get the drift. Oh, nice, I'm level 10. I have now unlocked Instance Finder, which is pretty cool. So when I was a teenager, I dyed my hair in various reds, purples, and browns. And I couldn't remember what my natural hair colour was. Yeah, I can imagine it's probably a quite recurring theme. If you keep dyeing your hair, you just don't know what your natural colour is. Do you know what your natural colour is now? As well as another random fact for you as well. So the Witch King of Angmar, when he had his full strength, I'll start the next load of crafting and I'll go on to the next fact. Because I need to talk to you and buy some tin. So how much tin do I need? I need 27 bits of tin, please. Let's sell some items first. I did say keep those with this type of background, but I'm only doing it because I need the money. So I need 27 bits of tin. Yeah, it's dark blonde. Okay. I quite like dark blonde. Alright, where's tin? T. That's the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Tin, there you are. By quantity, I want to go by... How many do I need? 27. Bye. Go back to crafting. Craft all these. Right, back to story time. So, you've got Witch King of Angmar. He obviously comes from Angmar. When he rose up and gained loads of power, he consolidated his power in the Northern Downs and Angmar and the kind of the Entyn Moors. When he finally decided to invade Eriador, he invaded this region first, which was... I can't remember what they're called. But when essentially where the Witch King managed to get, so he managed to destroy... Well, I dyed my hair 2 years ago. A really bright red, and after 11 years, and now it's about... It's all about the pink. There's nothing wrong with all about the pink. The Shire here, the reason why Sauron... So when Gollum gets captured, he mentions... Obviously, Sauron knows he had the One Ring. So he's like, where is it? And Gollum's like, I don't know. And then he's like, no, tell me where it is. Gollum's like, okay, I'll tell you. So he tells him Baggins, the Shire. And Sauron's then like, oh yes, we'll go to the Shire. And then turns to his lieutenants, or lieutenants. And he's like, right, gentlemen, the ring wraiths, we need to go to the Shire. The ring's in the Shire. And then the ring wraiths are like, oh, I don't know where the Shire is. No one knows where the Shire is. Not even the Witch King, who had a stronghold in Khand Dûm, in Angmar. They don't know where the Shire is. The Shire didn't exist. Did not exist for a very long time. So it only existed after the Witch King was destroyed. So the Witch King was destroyed. This whole region of is it Arnor? Yeah, this whole region, which was Arnor, was essentially de factoed, fell into ruin, became what it is now. But when it became Arnor, essentially the hobbits settled in the Shire. And it's only then, after all the peace happened in this area, that they settled. That's why they didn't know where the Shire was, because it didn't exist back then. And when the ringwraiths were making their way to the Shire, because this story that we're doing here involves involves the ringwraiths getting to the Shire, because they had to cross this river here. Wait, let's go. They had to cross the Gwaflo, or the Grey Flood as they call it. They crossed it at Farbad, and also Boromir also follows them across and tries to fight them. And then they cross into, which is in the films, but it was removed from the films. But the Nazgul go through Sarn Ford to try and get into Hobbiton. This is where they get into Hobbiton. Sarn Ford is... Wait, hang on. Sarn Ford's way south. Let's go to Breeland. Yeah, so Sarn Ford's there, going to the Shire. And Sarn Ford is like round this corner at the bottom here, because it's not even on this map. Sign. No. Missa did not tell me all of that. I have a lot more knowledge on Lord of the Rings and Middle-earth than Mrs. Rothmer. When she needs to fact check, she talks to me. I was actually, before I started this channel, I always wanted to do a lore channel, and I still do in the back of my head. But I obviously didn't do it. Mrs. Rothmer's doing it rather than me. The reason why I haven't done a lore channel is mainly because people struggle to hear what I'm saying, because I don't speak eloquent enough, and I skip a lot of my words, skip a lot of my Yes, I told the missus. She wanted to do like a channel. She originally did a kind of like a murder mystery kind of channel, which she was doing really well on that until she got community striked, because one of her videos was quite gory. Don't get me wrong, it was quite gory. But after that, all of the videos she uploaded after that was heavily restricted. So she just stopped that channel. So now she does Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. And I know nothing about Game of Thrones. So when she does her Game of Thrones videos, I really enjoy those, because I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. But when it comes to Lord of the Rings, I know a lot more about Lord of the Rings. Yeah, my pronunciations do need a lot of work. But I don't need to change for anything or anyone. So I'm not working on my pronunciations. It is what it is. But I know that if I tried to do a lore video, people would complain. It's valid complaints. Because people may struggle to understand what I'm saying sometimes. And I completely get that. Because I'm not eloquent in the way I speak. But Mrs Rothmer is. So it makes sense for her to do it rather than me. So I'm trying to craft these items and trying to get crit craft. There's a 25% chance for them to crit. And be these better versions of them down here. But they're not doing that. There's a 25% chance we've made 6 of them. So this has gone over. True. You turned Zench into Mr. T. Yeah, exactly. It's easier to say Mr. T than it is to say Mr. Zench. So yeah, so there's a lot of things I won't try and pronounce because I know I can't pronounce it. I've always struggled. When I was younger, I had a stutter. I always struggled with speaking sometimes. So it's just easier for me not to say certain words or to do certain things. I'll just avoid it. I normally try and pronounce something at least once. If I fail with pronouncing it once, I just won't try and say it again. In my mind, I can read it. But then as soon as I try and speak it, it doesn't work. I get really unlucky with these rolls. Just give me a thick bronze helm, please. That's all I want. Now I want a... There we go. Awesome. So now we need to do the same for these leggings. We are going to run out of bronze at this rate. Unless we get really lucky with these leggings and these shoulder guards, which we're going to build after this. Nope. Fine. I don't think we're going to make enough. Nope. Nope. So we're getting really unlucky with the RNG here. At least I try. Yeah, I do always try. I know sometimes I'm making a fool of myself, but I do at least try. Gonna make one more. Okay, that's not working. Right, we're gonna go straight for weaponsmith, and we're gonna make. Okay, we can't do that. Never mind. We're gonna continue to make these. That's a shame. I wanted a full set of upgraded armor. If I had better RNG, this would have worked. But this RNG hates me. RNG still hates me. Can I just get... No, looks like I'm not going to get this. So it's apparently 1 in 4 to get this item. And how many times did I have to roll to get it? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I went twice over the chance rate before I even got it. Which is a bit of a shame. I've got loads of items to sell now, which is a bonus, I guess. Right, let's sell my stuff, repair my stuff first, and sell some of this stuff. So I can sell all this bronze armor, I don't need any of this. Keep that food. I'm going to get rid of this. If I need to work on reputation later on, I will. Worn hood, we'll keep worn hood. Keep you for the cosmetic. Keep all this for cosmetics. That was a big explosion there. A true fool never tries. That's true. That's why I'm a fool signed. I always try. I'm happy to say I'm a bit of a fool. Right, let's sell the rest of these items. We've got loads of stuff in our inventory. We actually might make a bit of money here. Body gas hood. We want to keep that. Keep that as well. Right. Let's get rid of all the rest of these items. Want to keep the food. We can buy the dye if needs be. Bronze ingots. We want to keep bronze ingots. Almost got through our entire inventory here. Ranger cloaks. We can keep that. It's cosmetic. Keep that. Haven't used it yet. Keep you. Keep the food. Keep that. So you. There you go. My inventory should look a lot emptier now. There it is. How much gold have we got? Not very much. It's fine. We're going to make our way back to that town we just left. We're going to use our hearthstone to get back there even quicker. By hearthstone, it's called a milestone, but I always call it the hearthstone because it's what it is in WoW. There you go. Return home. Ba-ding. Teleport straight back. Awesome. Right, now we can go... What's this? I got level 10 without being defeated. That's fine. Let's go through here. We've got one more. Need one more level. We can finish this skill. So we need 3 more levels. And we get recuperate. Almost there. All right. Because recuperate allows us to heal while in bear form. It's just better. Right. With that in mind, we've got skills. Should have. We should have expose in bear form. Okay, expose is not in bear form. It's like I can drag that across there. It should change to bear form. It does change to bear form. Good. So I just may sound like I was going mad there. I was just sorting out my skill bar. So we'll clear this quest out. And then we'll move to the next town. And then we actually might call it there for this evening. We'll be back to carry this on tomorrow. This quest will take probably about 20 minutes to do. It's quite a big quest in this little camp. So you've got to take out a load of ruffians, free some hobbits, and grab a parcel. So there's some loot to grab in there as well. So there's a few quests that you can do in there, which is fine. There you go. And it's not too far. You can just about see the rooftop, or the edges of the encampment up there. Don't know why we're walking. We've got a horse. It's a lot faster. And try and avoid this Vale Hunter. Avoid that wolf. And I said it earlier, but when you're venturing through, if there's red dots in the minimap, they will be hostile towards you. If you see enemies and they're not red dots in the minimap, they're not going to be hostile towards you. Some of them will threaten you before they become hostile, but not all of them. Okay, a little bit further. Almost there. I'm quite enjoying this. I am a 1/5 of the way to max level already. So I like the fact that it's just a base game. So we can probably do this in a few streams. It won't take us too long. And then we will then aim towards the raids. Okay, where is this? Okay, that looks like it's stuck underneath a rock. We won't be able to get that ore. Which kind of makes sense. Ore's a type of rock, and the rock is stuck underneath a rock. Yep, rockception. I'll take it. I guess that pig's angry at me, but we can now run away. And let's have a look at this, because I bought this. Okay, increases my crit chance, reduces my gathering speed. Gotcha. That's the only thing I'll be using my Lord of the Rings points to purchase is this, because it's such a pain not having it. And there you go. We're now in the town of Radlaw. Okay, we can probably take on 2 mobs at once. Don't see why we can't. We have got a good heal. Yeah, he didn't like the puns. No. No, he did not like the puns. You can see how tough these enemies are. If I didn't have my heal, I would probably be dead, if I'm going to be honest. Okay, got to be careful now. So this is the first time we've had this on this character. This Isle Sauron. So while fighting, you get this random debuff on you called the Eye of Sauron. So for 3 minutes, this should be a circle, but it's a square. This game doesn't work in circles, it works in squares. While you're fighting, while you have this debuff on you, a random square will appear between you and the enemy. And if you stay in that circle for long enough, it'll do a random buff or debuff. So some of the buffs it can do will be, it will never buff you. It'll always debuff you or do damage. So when it comes with that mark on the floor, it's always the Jesus beam or the Sauron beam. That is essentially an attack, a damaging attack which hits the floor. So if I stand in this, you'll see it explode. There. That's the damage from, it's called here, shadow damage to morale. That's essentially an attack from Sauron, as it were, or the Jesus beam as I call it. When this is also up as well, this is why I'm not fighting big groups of enemies here, because I need to take out 2 enemies at this doorway here. While this is up, the enemies will have a chance to have a buff or debuff on them. So we do have to go for this door here. I think we can take 2 on with this buff. Have we eaten? We've not eaten. Let's eat some food quickly. Let's eat this pork chop. And we'll give this a go. Yeah, Jesus beam, yeah. Or Sauron beam, yeah. So when we go into this fight here, so we've got 1 minute and a half. While we're fighting, there you go, you've got to keep out of that. Annoyingly, they're ranged. Once you get out, you can go back in. So while we're fighting these, they have a chance on them to get a buff on them. This one hasn't yet. Okay, it's disappeared. But you only have this if you put your difficulty on. If you're playing this on the base game, you won't ever have this. But if you've got the difficulty up, you will have this. So these lookouts here as well. So now the debuff's gone off me. Well, you've got the debuff live. The enemies all have a chance to become superpowered. So the superpower will look just like the eye buff on our toolbar, which is now gone. It will look just like that, but it will appear on them. It will be different colours. Different colours denote different buffs. So I think yellow is speed buffs, so it's harder to hit them, and they attack quicker, or their attacks are more likely to hit. Red is a damage buff. Blue is a defense buff. So they all get these buffs, which just make them stronger. Some of them will mean that they take less damage. Some will mean they just deal more damage. Some mean just less likely to hit them. So they're all quite good. You can dispel the buffs, but I don't have any spells to dispel them at the moment. Every class has a spell to dispel them, but you get them at different points in your story. You get them at different points in your class's time frame. Like I think it's the Rune Keeper gets them really early on because it's a part of your class, whereas this class, Beorning, gets them quite late in compared to the others. So it's something to look out for. It's called Corruption. So you'll get a skill which cleanses your enemy of corruption. That's what we want to look out for, because that will cleanse the corruption, their buff on themselves. Let's take out his lookout. Come on, bonk him one more time. There we go. What's this? Bestowed. Okay. Fine, that's fine. Okay, let's I can take these two on. Annoyingly, that guy here roams this area, so I don't really want to aggro too many. I will struggle to take 3 on. Okay, we've got the debuff on us again, so we definitely wouldn't take 3 on. This is what I was talking about. So here's the buff he's got on him. So he's got enraged power. You can see that he's shining red a little bit here. That's the aura. That's his buff on him. And what does this buff do? Reduces incoming damage and makes him do more damage and makes him move quicker as well. Sometimes I don't mind tanking that bit of damage. It's not the end of the world. So we wouldn't have been able to take on 3 mobs at once with this debuff, because it would have really negatively affected us. Because I can take on 1 with that debuff. If 2 with that debuff would be a bit of a pain. 3, no chance. At least at the moment. This heal just isn't good enough. And it doesn't get much better. As well as with this debuff here, when it first goes on them, it doesn't have a border. So now it has a blue border. When it doesn't have that border, and you're waiting for it to load, don't try and dispel it. You will not be able to dispel it. You have to wait for the border to come round that eye. So the moment when it gets applied to them, it will look like this. Then it will have that border when it's applied. Then you can remove it off them. Until that point, there's no point trying, because you'll just waste your skill, waste your attack. And the Beorning attack has a cooldown, quite a long cooldown. So you'll just waste it and you'll be stood there for 30 seconds waiting for it to disappear naturally. Alright, trying to decide what we want to do. I think we can probably... How strong is this wolf? Okay, that wolf's the same health as everyone else. I don't know whether we can take that. Especially with this buff on us. I don't really want to... Okay, we'll see if we can take these out. Choose a hearth before we walk in. We might be able to just take this guy out without aggroing anyone else. So this kind of system really does actually spice up the gameplay a lot. So there we go, he's got a blue one there. Now it can be dispelled because it's got the border around it. There's a lot of time back in it. It doesn't explain that to you. The game never explains that to you. I had to learn that the hard way by using a load of attacks while they've got that buff on them. It's just been absolutely pointless. Alright, let's take these bad boys out. I did open a chest, therefore there's some items for us. Nothing good by the looks of it. Okay, hopefully we level up in this camp. I think there's a good chance that we will. I'm waiting. Okay, I was waiting for the buff to disappear, so now we can take on these 2 mobs. We need to take on these 2 mobs to help that little poor hobbit inside that cage. So nobody puts the hobbits in a cage. Except for these ruffians in this town. There's 2 there. Okay, there's a lookout there. You'd just be... Okay, you're not going to come towards me. Good. I don't have any range at the moment. Later on, I do get like a roar, which is a range. Granted that I am actually stronger in bear form. But I'm staying out of bear form so I can keep my heal on me. Can change into my bear form when I want. And that heal will stay on me, but I can't reapply it while in bear form. So I just stay out of it. Until I get that recuperate skill, which is really strong. Nobody puts Hobbit in the corner, you're right. Until I get this skill, I will just stay in human form. So it's only 3 levels away. Alright, there we go. And I'll probably get, if anyone watches this in the future, I'll probably get questions of why I haven't gone straight down this tank path to get it early on. I don't need to go in the tank path to get it early on. That's the reason why I haven't done it, because I don't need to. I know the fact that I'm going to survive until I get it, then I can then carry on my DPS tree. The beginning of this game is not too difficult. As long as you have the gear, this is more than doable. Nobody puts, or Dante, or in a Dreadnought. Yeah, nobody puts Dante in a Dreadnought in a corner. I have been, you'll probably be like to notice, Sign. I've been reading the free Warhammer books at the moment. Been reading Rise of the Primarch, Fracture of... what did I say? Sorry. Rise of a Primarch, Fracture of Belatan, and Fall of Cadia. I'm reading Rise of a Primarch first, obviously because it's a book series. But I've been reading that book series. I've got them all here next to me. Slowly making my way through them. There's the 3 books. I may have sounded quite far away because I was actually at my bookshelf, but that's something I'm going to talk to Mrs Rothmers to see whether she'll like to do Warhammer lore as well, Warhammer 40k. There's a lot to talk about. You can just talk about the Primuses 1 episode or something like that. Because that might convince her to do some Warhammer 40k as well, collect it with me. I'm going to take out this one guy, next one. Is it? Okay. I did not know that. I've not got very far through it. I've literally just read like the first half a chapter, if that. And I vaguely remember it. Okay. That's pretty cool. So I intend to make more of a, because we've got a spare bedroom. I want to turn my spare bedroom into essentially a storage room slash kind of like a library. But then if we turn it into library, it means I have to buy loads of books, which is fine. Mrs. Rothmers would like that. Loads of books and board games. Right. So I'm trying to keep away from this watch captain here. I'd explain why in a second. Because there's difficulties of enemy types. So this guy here, he is a signature mob. Signature mob, so you've got basic mobs like these. If you hover over them, you've got their health bar, is that red bar in the middle of that tooltip. Above that tells you what type of mob they are. So green means he's normal. This guy here, he's a signature mob, which is 1 up from normal. He goes green, i.e. normal, orange is signature. Then you've got the ones above this. I can't remember all the ones above this, so... yeah, that lore is quite extensive. It's not like Lord of the Rings Game of Thrones lore. No, yeah, it's... Yes, yeah, you are right. There's a lot to talk about with Warhammer. And there's lots of threads you can pull. So let's say 1 minute you want to talk about Space Marines. Well, there's so much you can talk about Space Marines. You can talk about the Primarchs. There's so much you can talk about. And you read 3 books once. I'm still reading them now signed. So if Mrs. Rothmers does a series or talks about Warhammer 40k, she'll have to do a lot of background reading because I don't know the lore myself. So I've not even read. My brain can only handle so much at one time. Yeah, I get that. Oh, I've got a crafting recipe. Okay, we'll take that. And it's an upgrade for some boots. I don't think we've made boots. No, we have already made boots. That's fine. Oh, hello, buddy. You just charged at me. We have leveled up. So we're now level 11. So we can put a point into here. So that has allowed us, as we're in the DPS tree, I'd explain this in a second once we kill this boss. Actually, no, this will be fun. We can just stand here and tank his damage. So we're putting points into this tree here. However, this left-hand point here is kind of buffs to your skill tree. So as we slowly put points into this, this will slowly go down. So the more points you put into the skill tree, more points you get here. So we've got our first kind of buff. Sorry, this guy's taking a little bit more time than I thought it would. So we've got our first buff, our DPS buff, which is here. Flayer of Evil, which increases 25% chance, 20% extra damage while in bear form. As we've not been putting any points into our actual DPS tree, because we want this skill first, then the rest will go into DPS tree. Then this is obviously a buff. We would have got this buff earlier, but we just haven't put any points into the skill tree. Hey Jay, how you doing? This is Lord of the Rings Online. So this is the, if you know any MMOs, this is the Lord of the Rings MMO, which is, believe it or not, Lord of the Rings, but as a multiplayer game. So I'm playing on a brand new server. They've got things on this game called Legendary Servers. Legendary Servers are a brand new server which starts from the very beginning, which starts at the base game. So the base game came out in 2007. And the base game just involves Eriador, which is this region here, which goes from Eredluin in the west to Angmar in the east. But you've got loads of other expansions that aren't in this base game. So the idea of the Legendary Edition, the Legendary servers, is you start off the base game, and every 3 to 4 months they release the next expansion, and then the next expansion. So you can play through them again, like as if they've just come out, like they did back in the day. So we've just got this area here of Eriador, where at the end we go into Angmar and we fight the Witch King. Is it the Witch King we fight again? We fight someone in Khan Doom, which is the city up here. This is the enemy up here. I can't remember who we fight. I've never done it. I've never got that far before. Then in 3 to 4 months' time, we'll then go into Moria, which is just here. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. In a few months' time, we'll go into Moria, which is... Moria. We'll go into Moria and do all of this. This is all Moria we get to go into. Then in 3 to 4 months' time after that, we'll then go into Mirkwood. So we go into the southern Mirkwood down here. And we do all this area all around here. Then we go into, I think it's Rohan next. Then Isengard, then into Gondor, then into Mordor, then into Umbar down here. These are all the expansions that all came out. So this is, if you ever wanted to be in the world of Lord of the Rings and feel the lore, feel the atmosphere, this is how you want to do it. There are other games that have tried to do Lord of the Rings, but they've never been this accurate. Good endgame content. Jay, I'm going to be honest to you. I've never committed that far into the game. There's by endgame content, the only endgame content there is PvP, but PvP isn't enabled in this server, so I won't be able to tell you. And only thing other than that, like most MMOs, is raids. So 10-man raids, 20-man raids, and they're meant to be quite good fun. So it's essentially the same as most other MMOs. You've got raids at the end. You have got PvP, which isn't enabled on this server. You've got gear collecting. You've got houses on this. You can build your own house. You've got kind of factions to... Uh-oh. I don't think we're going to be able to kill this guy. I'm going to run. We can't kill him. He will kill us. He is going to kill us. He just hit us once there and we lost a good chunk of health. I'm in danger. Yep, just keep running. Just keep running. I'm doing this hardcore, so if I fight and die, I die. Let's just keep running. Whew, I think he stopped. We are not strong enough yet. If we had that other skill, we would be able to take him on, but we just don't have that other skill. Ah. I panicked there. That's the first time. So this new server as well has introduced wraiths. That was a wraith. That was one of the ring wraiths. So they hunt you down. They'll just pick a random person every half an hour, 20 minutes to attack. He doesn't appear on the world map either, does he? No, he doesn't. Oh, so that took me a second there. It's more preferable to be in the world of Lord of the Rings and live in the world of Warhammer. I completely agree with that. I love the world of Warhammer, but this is definitely safer. Oh, nice. Might give it a whirl. Also, glad to be a good distraction in a different game. Yes, sometimes I love Diablo 2. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, this might be a bit of a struggle here. Don't get me wrong, I love Diablo 2. But I only play Diablo 2 as a hardcore. And there are times where it gets really stressful and I just need to just chill out a little bit. This is Life by Rothmer. I've got this disease which gets worse when I get stressed. It's a stomach disease. So I can only take so much stress in my day. And sometimes when I have a really stressful time playing, it can happen when I'm playing video games. Not so much. But if I'm playing a hardcore and I'm really stressing, it does affect my stomach and does affect my body. So so sometimes I do just need to unwind, and this is me unwinding. I like this game. It's fun. Times like that when I'm being attacked by a wraith, which could kill me very quickly, I do panic a little bit, but hey, this is all fun and games. But tomorrow, Jay, I won't be doing any Diablo 2. During the day, during my day, I'll be doing some probably Diablo 1. And then in the evening, I'm going to carry on this hardcore challenge. Okay, he's still here somewhere. So I've just got some dread. So here, I've got dread right here. Which means that ring wraith is here somewhere. Don't really want to get in fight with him. You really put your health to the test. Yes. Well, to be honest, I've only had this disease for 2 years since it's like started to affect me, and I need to know what my boundaries are. I've gone back to work and really pushed the boundaries where this reason I'm off sick now. So I pushed it too far with work, so that's why I've got time off. So now I know what my furthest boundary is. I now need to find a good baseline with this disease, and I think I may have found it. Which is not going to work. Falling from your bike into bushes and trees, almost cutting your fingers off and playing games that stress you. Yeah. That's definitely the tip of my boundary of stress. Right. He's here somewhere, because I'm still getting dread. Where is he? Okay, I can't see him. I don't know whether he can go invisible. So this server also, while you're fighting these, you can randomly find... Oh, there he is. Shadowy Wraith. Let's try and lure this guy over here. Let's see if I can talk in region chat. See if anyone wants to help me with him. There we go. I'd ask chat. I could probably take him out on my... I would struggle to take him out on my own. Yeah, see if we can take out... I had to do a bit of parkour to reach this guy. So I'm hoping he's still there. He hasn't walked too far. I can't see him anymore, but he did go behind there. Okay, there he is. Is there any... I don't know what the chats are. Is there a local? Kingship, world, user trade, regional. Want to take out a wraith in Redlaw. I'm hoping he doesn't despawn. Hopefully he doesn't despawn. I'm hoping we can get someone here to give me a hand. This guy, he just made a tree. So I try to avoid showing region chat. Okay. Lots of people asked that. I don't know what to reply to this guy. There's many Rothmers. This could be the... I don't know. I don't know how to say that to him. I'm not going to say anything. I want to take that guy out. Mainly because I need that tome. I need that tome just there. I can get that tome, I'll be really happy. Is he still there? Is that him there? No, that's not him. I really kind of... I want to fight him. Because he can drop kind of rings of power. Which are really strong. Have we eaten food? Okay, if we eat some food... There we go. Oh, and Jay, if you're still around, buddy. This game is actually... This server's not free. But the game itself is free to play. You can pay for a subscription, but it's completely free to play. You can do pretty much like 99% of the game completely free. But not 99, probably about 80 to 90% of the game completely free without any microtransactions. Right, let's see if we can just take this one Wraith on here. Alright, let's see if I can Shadowy Wraith. Okay, slowly move away. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's angry. He's angry. He screamed. He's not happy. Right, let's see if I can run up here. I don't know what aggroed him then. Jump up here. Okay, we might be able to take him out on his own. Ruffian, is he running away? Okay, no, good. He's really fast, though. Oh, this is stressing me out. Talking of stress. This is the worst. Right, come on, Ruffian. Let's rough you up. There you go. Right, if I press B, I've got some perks here. Can I use any of these perks? Extra experience doesn't help me. Recovery doesn't help. Hope. Burst of hope. Hope might help. If I buy some experience as well. You'll be rude not to. Okay, burst of hope. Did I just use... Okay, I've got to use the burst of hope. Good. Anything else I can use to make myself stronger? I'm going to see if we can take him on. Right, see if I can just sneak underneath him here. See if we can get away from him from that black screen. There you go. So if worst case scenario, we can kind of jump down the hill. No, okay, we're doing no damage to him. This could be it. This could be it. Right, use a potion. Okay. That was it. We need to get up there. There's literally a quest item behind him, which we need. Oh, he's still chasing me. Go on, you follow me down here, buddy. You follow me down here. He's lost aggro. That's annoying. Now I need to somehow get back up there. Nice. Looking forward. Looking up the different classes. Played as Shadow Priest in Classic Ground. Really enjoyed the playstyle. Okay. So I was actually torn about whether I wanted to play this as a hardcore or play World of Warcraft hardcore. So I have been playing World of Warcraft Classic hardcore recently. I do really enjoy that game. But I chose for this because this is new. Right, let's see if I can get back up there. I kind of skidded down the hill. Do I have any... How many bits of copper do I have? I don't have enough for any new gear. The gear won't help me. Yeah, so if you liked Shadow Priest, there is a class called the Rune Keeper in this. And the Rune Keeper is essentially... is almost a Shadow Priest. Is kind of like a mix between a Shadow Priest and a Shaman. Or an Elemental Shaman, really. It's a good difference between them. Yeah, because the classes in this are really quite unique. Well, not say unique, Jay. They're really good. It looks like other people are having problems with whites as well. Well, I've got to walk along. Oh, why am I not riding a horse? I've got a horse. Silly me. I can just ride back up there. I wanted to finish this area so I can log off, but... region. Let's go back and read in chat. Let's see if anyone else wants to try and take on a Wraith. If I had a heal, I'll be able to do this quite easily. Then, all the other classes, Jay, are pretty good. The Warden's a really fun class. It's unique. I've not seen it in any other MMOs where it's essentially you build up your combo points. So you've got 3 attack styles. You've got fist, then you've got spear, shield, and fist. And depending on what you use, depends on what your main attack's going to be. So you can do a fist, a spear into a shield, which will give you a attack called Preserve, I think it is, and that will give it its own set of bonuses. And do its own attack. It's quite unique. I'm kind of not really doing it justice, but you build up these gambits, and as you build up the gambits, it'll change what your main attack's going to be, and then you can then unleash the main attack. So you could just use 2 spear attacks, which will then leave your main attack into like a bigger spear attack. It's quite unique. The Runekeeper has like a yin and yang system. As you do loads of healing, it'll make your healing spells stronger. Then you can use like ultimate healing spells, which are really strong. Or then you can reset it back to the middle. Or then you can do loads of damage and you make your damage spells stronger, unlocking stronger damage spells. I'm playing as the Beorning, which I can turn into a big old bear. The reason why I'm not a big old bear at the moment is because I don't have a healing spell as a bear, so I don't use it. In 2 levels time, I will be able to use Recuperate, which will be in my heal. Come to think of it, actually, I can respec on the fly. We are going to quickly respec and try and take on that Wraith. Let's quickly, because he's only up there, I'm going to respec quickly. Go into defense. Alright, points into that, points into Recuperate. You want to recuperate as strong as possible. This, no, that gives me Reflect. Gives me an evade chance. Yeah, no, let's actually put all our points into this and 1 point there. There you go. I completely forgot that I can just change on the fly. So this is my heal. What can I use here? I can use guarded attack here. What can I use this in? I can use this in any form and it gives me counter. That's a heal. What's this one? Counter attack, any form, fine. So I want a counter attack there. This can be there. There we go. So now I need to break my way back into town. But now I've got this skill here with Recuperate. Has an instant cast. It's already off cooldown. So you can see how powerful it is. It's already off cooldown. And it only uses this Wrath. So I can keep spamming this skill here called Thrash. It gets stronger the more I use it. And it adds Wrath. So essentially, this heal Recuperate is a constant heal. So I can just pop it whenever I want. I just keep getting, and I'll always have full health in theory. So this is really overpowered now. So I should never have problems. So let's go up then and see if we can take on this Wraith now. I completely forgot I can just respec on the fly. So as long as we don't attack too many mobs at once, we should be okay. It does say the Wraith is still here. I have got Frightening Presence on me. Yeah, look how much I'm healing already. So where are you, Mr. Wraith? You're here somewhere. There he is. Okay, Jay, have a good evening, buddy. And yeah, I'll try and catch you tomorrow. It will be Diablo 1 tomorrow during the day, so that'll be good fun. But have a good night, mate. We want to take out that guy before the end of this stream. There's a good chance we can do it. Annoyingly, he's got a ruffian next to him. Can I thin the herd? Don't think we will be able to. Can I just aggro him here? There we go, we can. Right, here we go. Attempt number 2. Right, pop my heal. Right, pop my counter attack. Counter. Run. This is not going to work. Unless I just okay, it's not going to work. Okay, I do have a heal on my... Okay, he's running away. That's annoying. I was going to try and fight him again. He just hits too hard. Okay, signed. He just hits too hard. How odd is this? So that initial heal for 12 seconds, this lasts 12 seconds as well. Does this, how much does this cost? That costs 10 RAF. That adds 5. That adds 5. I have no RAF increase, do I? No. Do I have anything in here that might help? Removes fear, nope. On use, increases range damage. Yep, we'll use that. Anything else we can use? Open this up. I'm adamant that we're going to do this fight. Okay, that's another healing potion. We put that down there. Okay, we can't eat again. Whistle won't help me. Anything else here? That nothing there will help me. Tome of defense might help. We've already got one of those active. Max power might help. I'm literally just popping all my buffs here and I'm hoping that something will help us here. No, that won't help. Enhanced experience might help. No, it won't help, but... Alright, let's see if we can aggro him this time. We are going to do slightly more damage. Alright, let's start us off with counter. I probably shouldn't have ran towards that. Right. Come on, use my health. Uh-oh. I've got the Sauron buff on me. I don't want that buff on me while I'm fighting him. Because if he gets the Sauron buff on him to make him stronger, he'll be so powerful. Alright, give myself a bit of breathing room here. Use a potion. Heal myself up. Let's go again. Another heal. Alright, give myself a bit of breathing room again. Heal up. And again, let's pop my counter strike. There we go. Heal up. Let's let my heal do its thing. Attack him a couple times. Heal up. Okay. Couple attacks on him. Heal up. Oh, we took a big hit there. Now I have no wrath. It's the only issue now. Hit him twice. Run away. Okay, we're going to have to hit him once here. Heal up quickly. Got to hit him twice here. There you go. Run away. Heal up again. Got to wait for full health this time. Hit him a couple more times. Run away. Wait for full health. Hit him a couple more times. Right, heal up. Use counter. But should be less likely to be hit here. Got to really get a little bit more of my Wraith back. Or Wrath, not Wraith. Oh, he did a lot of damage then. Right, let it heal me a little bit here. We've got a bit of time. There you go. Go back in. Hit him a couple times. There you go. Use my heal again. Oh, this has really got my heart going. Come on, let's finish him off. Right, heal again. Right, go back in. Done. Done it. We're only gone and done it. Whew. Oh. Right, what does that even do? Tattered shadow. Scrap of cloth, so black that it almost looks like a patch of the night sky. It's oddly cold to the touch. Seems to flutter in the unseen wind. Oh, right. We managed to solo a Wraith as a hardcore Beorn on the maximum difficulty. Oh, that got my heart going. Right, on that note, let's carry on. Yes, son, we literally just killed it about 20 seconds ago. About 10 seconds before he came back. Oh, that had my heart going. It dropped us down to about 40 health. We very almost died. We had to kite it back and forth. Oh, right, my heart can stop pumping in a second. That was tough. Right, let's collect all these. Yeah, my heart's still going. I was saying I play video games to try and relax and chill out. That was not relaxing. That did not chill me out. But we did it. That's all that matters. And that was probably the biggest challenge we're going to have for a while. What is this? Quest item? Okay, fine. Yes, that's probably going to be the biggest challenge we're having in a while. Those bosses are going to be really tough. I essentially used every item I had in my bag to try and make me strong enough to kill him. But it worked. That's all that matters. We're still going to finish this quest here. We got to take out a few more. No, we've taken out enough of these bandits now. We've taken out more than enough of these bandits. We just need to free some more hobbits. And I think we're done. And then head back to town. And then we'll end the stream there. After my heart stops exploding. Okay, wooden chest there. Okay, we wouldn't mind that wooden chest. Alright, let's take out this ruffian. Awesome. Ruffian down. Okay, let's try and avoid these. Okay, we did get anything good from that? No, nothing we can use. Barrow iron we can use later on. Which is our next crafting ingredient. Prepare and repeat. What is my... Okay, actually no, my heart rate feels normal. Well, it says it's normal on my watch, so it must be normal. That's how strong this class is. You're just able to solo pretty much anything in the game. Right, ruffian down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've got another one. We've got another one. Okay, can we kill this guy quick enough? Let's pop that counter. Right. I don't think we've got the room here to play. Last time we had room to play. This time we don't. Yeah, this time we don't have room to play. Like, we're running. If he followed... No, he won't follow me down here, will he? Right, give him a bit of room here again. Let me heal up a little bit more. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. We've got enough room here to play. Let's move him over here. So what I need to do is build up my wrath, run away, heal up, hit him a couple times, run away, heal up, hit him a couple times, and just rinse and repeat. Okay, he's used my counter. I should be able to hit him a couple more times in here. There you go, run away again. So my issue is my wrath. Don't want it to run too low, so I need to run away fast enough to allow my heal to work. Okay, I need to run away again. Need to get as much health as I can this time. There you go, run away again. Run away again. Okay, get out of that. Get out of that as soon as possible. So he can crit me for 400 damage. He's done it once already. Get out of this again. Run away. Oh, right, let's get my health back again. Oh, this is tasty. Right, heal again, run away. It's just tactical retreat. Yeah, exactly, it's kiting. Right, run away. I keep saying run away, but I'm not. I actually said I'm not running away. Use my dodge. Come on, heal, 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 heal. Right, heal again. Oh, so close. But I need full health this time. I'm running really low on Wrath. Can I hit him a couple more times here? There we go. Run away again. Full health. There we go. He's got 40 health left. He's still got 40 health left. We did no damage that pass. Done it. Done it again. The only thing we got is his tattered shadow. Whew. But that is 2 of these wraiths done on max difficulty as a hardcore Beorning. I'd like to finish this quest now, game. Can you just let me finish this quest? So I can go to bed. I'm just doing this until I can go to bed. But that was fun. We've been able to do 2 of those. I'm really happy with that. I don't know what's causing these wraiths to spawn, but I'm happy about it. I really like that extra challenge. Okay, we want to free this poor little hobbit in a second. But you can see how powerful the Beorning is on max difficulty with this hill. Rothmers the Wraith Slayer. I should be able to call myself that. That is definitely true. I can't kill anything else, but Wraiths, definitely. Right. Let's take out this guy first, and I can take on... It looks like it's 3 there. Yeah, okay, there's 4 mobs, well, 3 including a wolf. Okay, so we've got to be careful of these. This is thrilling content, because I'm sat in a bush. Have I got any other drops? No, I haven't had any other drops. That's okay. There's a guy just around here to quickly take out this ruffian. I think when we level up... Okay, we need 2 more levels. Then we'll be able to switch back to our DPS tree. Because this tree here gives us this, which is guarded attack. And then it gives us this, which allows me to use Hearth in any form. Ooh. I did not know we can use this in any form now because of this. So we want a second one of that in this skill bar. Let's go through where's Hearth. Recuperate, yeah. Hearth, any form, there you go. So now we actually have 2 heals we could have used. So that fight would have been a lot easier if I knew we had 2 heals, if I'm going to be honest. Because there, 2 heals, you can see how quick I'm going to heal up this time. Both heals last for 12 seconds, which is a huge boon. So I can pump them both, and then I should stay alive from the heals over time. Let's take out this wolfhound. There's 1 prison here, there's 1 prison there, then we are done in this camp. Then, is this still on cooldown? It is still on cooldown, that's fine. Okay, this guy does not like me. And captain there. So that guy there is a warden. He looks a bit funky. Why does he look so funky? Okay, he looks normal, but on my screen he looks really funky. Like his clothes are glitched. Okay, now he looks fine. When he was further away, he looked a bit funky. This guy definitely does not need my help, but I may as well help him. Interesting, he's a warden that's that's ranged. Interesting, don't tend to see them about anymore. Ranged wardens aren't as good as melee wardens, in my opinion. You can do exactly the same skills, but... Oh, don't worry, I'll take on all the mobs. You just do what you're doing. Annoyingly, I now have to wait for this to respawn. Which I don't think takes long. No, it's respawned already. Alright, take out these 2 lookouts. Another Wraith has spawned. I don't really want to fight this one if I'm being honest. Is this guy still nearby? He is. Can I lure him down here? Calador, turn around! Calador, I'm gonna need your help. Right, if I can kite him over here. Looks like we're fighting another Wraith. Right, can we get him down here? We can, good. Now get out of that Jesus beam. definitely get our health back. As much of our health back as possible. Right, health back. Come on, just want all of our health back. Okay, that lookout's a little bit close for my liking. Have we aggroed her? We have not aggroed her, good. Alright, so we want to be kind of up in this corner again. Right, let's run back over here. If that guy actually helped me with this kill, it's be pretty easy. Right, use all my... Okay, I can run up here. You might be able to hear me smashing at my keyboard, so I do apologise for that. Alright, get my health back again. Let's go again. Okay, get my health back again. Ah, it's definitely giving me... what's my heart rate at now? Okay, my heart rate's over 100. Stop heart. Stop exploding. Let's go again. Come on. There we go. Run away again. So it's nice that they spawn the same level as you. So this is always going to be a problem from now on. Is these wraiths. I may have to research to see what we can do if they're tattered clothes. Or tattered cloths. Which we might do off stream so I can find out. And then I'll show you guys in the next stream, which will be probably tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, about the same time again. Right, get my health back again. Wait for him to come towards us and then charge back in. And there we go. Another easy clap. Easy win. I say easy, that was not easy at all. Right, we got to go through that last hobbit. And then we got to go back to town. And then I've got to go to bed. If another one of those spawns, we're not taking out another wraith. I think 3 in 1 night is more than enough. We've done enough for Middle-earth. Let's take out these two. We can go straight across this fence here. Breathe in 4 seconds, out for 6. See what that does. I'll try. Well, I'm still alive signed. I did breathe in and breathe out. And I'm still alive, which is a good sign. So we definitely, as those wraiths seem to be able to spawn on any mob we kill, we will need to be really careful with our gear. We don't want to go anywhere under-geared. Right, can I... Let's quickly take out this ruffian here. Okay, we should be fine here. Shouldn't aggro too many mobs. Just got back a little bit. There we go. Right, watch captain there. Let's quickly grab this guy. We'll grab this guy, let out the hobbit, and we can run back to town. After being so stressed. Okay, he's dropped a caltrops. They don't do any damage to them. Light injury, and they slow me down. That's fine. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's free his hobbit. Human form, that's fine. Switch to human form. Don't really want to aggro these two. There we go. All hobbits are free. Need to be human form to mine. That makes sense. Imagine a bear mining a piece of rock. Let's get rid of that quest. So we've leveled up again. So what's this? Recuperates initial heal. Let's put another point into that. Yeah, I think this would be really useful putting points into recuperate. The initial heal. So we probably won't stay as a tank. So blue spec is tank spec. Blue spec's tank spec in all classes. So we probably won't stay as a tank. Got a new skill here. Vigilant Roar. Using bear form, it's a ranged attack. And it has 30 meter range and it increases my threat. Right, let's make our way back to town. I'll hand in these quests. Yeah, we'll probably stay tank spec for a while, actually. Knowing that those can now spawn, I wouldn't have minded going into the claw. But I would need recuperate. Because you just don't get that recuperate in... Hang on. Someone else has spawned a wraith. Did that guy spawn a wraith and run away from it? Because I've got this debuff here. Frightening presence normally means there's a wraith. No, not a problem. Not a problem. Just keep going. Let's go back to town. So just keep getting sidetracked by the next wraith and the next thing and the next one. I'm just going to go back to town. And awesome. I think certain locations may be able to spawn wraiths, not every location. So it would make sense. So that's the first time we saw wraiths, and it was kind of like in a condensed enemy location. Or condensed location of enemies, I should say. As we go through, we will grab as much ore as we can. We have got some items we can upgrade. Oh, facing the wrong way. So the issues I'm going to have going forward is actually getting better crafting recipes. Because when you craft, whenever you start out on a new crafting recipe, you always get the bottom one for free. So I've got this level 7 armor for free. And then you can find the recipes for the next level 1, which is level 10, which is just here, which requires a few more bronze bars. Fine. This doesn't appear on my map for some reason. So it requires a few more bronze bars, which is okay. This turned off for some reason. So then our journeyman one, the first one's level 12, the next one's probably going to be level 17, then vice versa. It keeps going up in like small increments. So the first one's always free. You'll have a full set of the gear you could make for free. Then the upgraded version of the gear, which would be closer to the max level of that tier, you have to find the recipes. Sometimes the recipes are quite hard to find. So here we found a one-handed sword for level, looks like it's level 10. Which we've already out-leveled, to be honest. But hey, it is what it is. It'll be fine. Just we may struggle to find those recipes. But here we are. Got some store town people. So I think later on, I don't know what skill tree it gives me yet, but later on we can get a skill which is like a roar. And so that's an interrupt, that's quite useful. Get a skill later on which is a roar, which gives us loads of wrath, which would be really good to have.
Just a moment.
Nice, that's one quest done. There's peaceful music. Another quest over here. This guy here called Barbie. Level 41. That's... I don't know when these servers came out, but he's level 41 already. It's quite insane. So there are a new mechanic here called these delves. Well, they're new to this year or last year. They're quite cool. They're like single missions you can go on. Short, contained missions. They're pretty fun. Quickly travel to Mosswood. To hand in this other quest. And then we should be good. Where's Ken? Ken didn't make it. He didn't make it out of Mordor. He's still there serving burgers at the Sauron restaurant. There we go. Let's talk to Wenna. What have you got for us, Miss Wenna? Talk to Geralt by the North Gate. So Geralt is the character which is a reference to, obviously, The Witcher. There he is. He's got a moustache, just like Henry Cavill in one of the films he was in, maybe. I can't remember the full reference, but this is a reference to Henry Cavill and Geralt.
How did it go? Did you manage to get rid of that boot?
Alright, awesome. Right. We can equip this. And while we're in town, I'm going to quickly... Right, let's do some crafting. Right, let's see. We picked up those tattered cloth. Where did it go? Is it under... Witcher, yeah, yes. As in The Witcher, the TV series slash whatever it was. Where did that tattered cloth go? We should have a fair bit of it. Right, I've just asked the question of where that tattered cloth goes. Because I can't see it anywhere. Right, here we go. So that's all the copper done. Then we see how many items, how many bits of... So we're going to have to sort our inventory out as well. Right, so we've got 14, so we can now buy 14 bits of tin. Tin. Where are you, tin? Hope I can... This guy's replied back to me. It's quite nice of him. So we need how many bits? 14? Yes. Ah, there it is. Awesome. So I can now... Right. Now we're going to figure out what to do with it. What's it called again? Tattered Shadows. A Tattered Shadow. Let's see if the Wikipedia tells them what to do with it. Can used barter with this person Estelidon. Merely an Estelidon. Okay, so we need like 100. We need over 100 Tattered Shadows to get stuff like replica hammers, some cosmetics. We even get a cat. We can get a cat to follow us. 20 cat gives us... Okay. 60 would give us... Okay, looks like it just gives us cosmetics. Interesting. Right, so it just gives us cosmetics. Gotcha. That's fine. It's good to know. I'm glad to know that. That's a lot of race skill. Yeah. I think later on they must give you more. But if it's over 100 per... So I was stood here doing nothing. It gives us over 100 per kill. That's a lot. I mean, if we need 100 per item, we got... How many did we kill? We killed 3 of them. So we got 2 per kill. That's over 50. But 60 kills to get... That's a lot. But the location we can go to is Evendim, Estelidon, which is this town here. Nope, that's Tinadur. Nope, actually, it's in Northern Downs. It's this town here, actually. Yes. Esteldin. This is where we can trade it in. There's a little town in this place here. Just before we go into Angamar, it makes sense for it to be there. So that's where we'll go to hand it in. But we'll have a look when we finally get there. It's going to take us a couple streams to get there. So hopefully tomorrow's stream, so we're going to finish crafting. We're going to sort our inventory out. Actually, I'll probably do that off camera tomorrow. So we're going to finish crafting and we're going to head off for the night. I'll sort the inventory out tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we can finish the quest round here. Go and do these quests around here, and then we can make our way into Cardolan, making our way through Farbad. Farbad's quite a nice little zone. Oh, quite a nice little zone. It's quite a large zone, actually. It's like a whole city that's ruined. So this is quite a cool area. So I'd like to finish all of Swanfleet and Cardolan. We won't finish Cardolan tomorrow. Maybe we might be able to finish it maybe midweek next week. Realistically, if we do about 3 hours per stream, we'd do probably midweek next week, realistically get there. So we've got these boots here. Let's see if we can get an upgraded version of the boots. So we've got a 70% chance for this to be successful. Yes, it was successful. Good. Not much better, but it's slightly better. Now we got an upgraded version of these legs, didn't we? Yes. Now we need an upgraded version of these shoulder pieces. Let's keep rolling this until we get lucky. Nope, nothing there. Nothing again. So we just need to craft this. And then we can then waste some of our points in here to try and level up our our weaponsmithing. That was another failure. So once again, it's a 1 in 4 chance to be successful with this. So far, not so good. Nothing yet. Nothing again. Nothing. So on. So we've gone over the craft rate. Still over the craft rate. If I don't get this, I'm going to be very disappointed. I can make one more. If I don't get this, I'm going to be absolutely furious. No, okay. So we went 3 times over the crafting chance rate, and we didn't manage it. It's not the end of the world. It just would have been nice. It's a little bit of extra gear we would have had. We have got loads of stuff to sell, so we're here. We may as well say it now. We need to keep these. So as we're doing this, we'll probably wind down the stream, because I'm going to be heading off as soon as I finish sorting out my inventory. So, Sign, thank you very much for keeping me company. Sapio, who's here earlier, and Jay, thank you very much for keeping me company earlier as well. I do appreciate everyone. We'll be back with this. So tomorrow during the day, I'll be doing some Diablo 1. Tomorrow evening, about the same time, we'll just do a couple more hours of this after I've had dinner and after Mrs Rothmers come home. We'll do a little bit more of this. Hopefully we can finish this zone tomorrow. If we can't, it's not the end of the world. But it'd be nice if we could finish this zone. So then we can then head into Cardolan, which is the zone to the west tomorrow. On Sunday after we finish our horror stream. We might not do any Sunday. It depends how I feel. Yes. So I'm quite happy we managed to take on... quite happy we managed to take out 3 wraiths. That's 3 wraiths left. Less than what was in Middle-earth. So yeah. So thank you much, Signed again, for keeping company. And have a good evening, everyone. Whoever else is in the background. Have a good evening. And hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.